cave, a dream that no one could save, a shelter, a whole act, a light that died with the night. You and I, we got our differences, yet I thought we were more alike than unlike. Months of rain and chest pain, what's the plan? Heavy breathing, stay insane. Grab my hand. Everything is great inside this narrow maze. We speak, but oh, nothing. We run our separate ways. Do you ever think about me? Or are you busy with someone else? You and I, we got our differences, yet I thought we were more alike than unlike. Months of rain and chest pain, what's the plan? Heavy breathing, stay insane. Now grab my hand. Everything is great inside this narrow maze. Everything has lost its taste. Months of rain and chest pain. Heavy breathing, stay insane. Now grab my hand. Months of rain and chest pain. Tell me what's the plan?
Hey, what's up, my little goofballs? Back again. You know what we need to do? We need to do a sound check real quick. Make sure that's good. Hello. Hello. Happy New Year. First stream of the new year. Bold, did you even realize we made you your own freaking building? Yes, I was sneaky without you all around today. Hey, Rim, thank you. I appreciate the lurking. Yes, Bold has caught on because I've got some sneaky stuff to show you guys. So, not only did... let's not go back there just yet. Let's take a look at all of this first. Oh, check this out. I texted, or I tweeted Drew last night after we got off stream. Look, I've kind of raised this... what do they call it? The hydrangea? The hydrilla. I raised it a little bit up and just underneath the water, and doesn't that give it a cool, swampy look? Look, I've kind of did it all the way through here. Oh, I got to get Lion Rider's alligator mod. My version still has the crocodiles. You would not want to go swimming in this pond. We'll do that before the stream's over. I've got to get in there and save my female saltwater crocodile OVL and put his alligator in. Let you all see that. But yes. And also, remember last night we figured out a little bit, if you weren't here, figured out a little clever way to kind of rope the electric lines through here. And then I found these really cool signs on the workshop, like so boats didn't just go kind of like plowing through here and knock down this log and like rip all of the electricity from Mel's paint. Yes, no swimming at all, please. I think Drew had this little boat down here, but I thought it would look cooler if I kind of sunk it. Doesn't that look cool? Like it's just a boat that they're not getting back, or a boat you wouldn't want to try to get back. I know I've got some guys lurking here somewhere. Oh, check this out. I finished the back of Bold's shop. So, not much, but got those walls closed in. Just kind of have a little bit of a backstage area over here. Climbing across the lily pads. Primal said, I'd jump in for $25. So yeah, now I don't think there's anything left on Bold's to do. That was a really killer first entrance building. And then of course we've got Silver Fox and Heather over here. Their little crawfish shack, if you haven't seen it. And Mr. Domez's tap house. Jake says, it looks like a real swamp. Yes. Drew's got the mist. It's all humid and hot through here. But check this out. I also got this side of Mel's Marine paint done. Didn't that come out cool? Got the little lift up here. Then around the back over here, did a sign just for boats and stuff coming down the river. paint and oil change. And then, of course, too, we didn't want them plowing through into the side of the building, so do not enter, please. No wake zone sign. So, yeah, they can kind of see it coming down from this way, too. Stop in at Mel's. And then they would kind of come in and go out, they would kind of get ready to be pulled into the paint shop, or, like I figured Mel's would do like light marine repair, just light kind of stuff and paint. But then, remember, also, Drew wanted me to do like a very sneaky like entrance area to the Spanish place, to our little Spanish town. So I figured this may be that like kind of like Holly's Voodoo Shack, possibly. I thought that looked a little different. And then look, I was able to repurpose my old Suyana gift shop, and I made it all swamp-like over here. So kind of coming through here, and you peel off to the left, that is kind of where you go back to what we have started as the Spanish area. And this is what I kind of been working on today. Cool. Do you guys like it? It's kind of implied right now. We don't have anything in there. But this is kind of what you... And I brought in Michelle's kind of like South American style build right there. And then I've got the big, huge eucalyptus tree kind of in the middle of that courtyard right there. And that's kind of where I stopped today. But I thought this was like a cool little, cool little entrance area to the little Spanish port side village over here. Heather said, color me impressed. And so, yeah, I thought this could be some kind of little, maybe a little cichlid tank, or maybe turtles or something over here, Just something to kind of pop when you first come in. But this little Main Street area is coming out cool, isn't it? Especially since, we've only been working on this like, 3 days maybe? Maybe not even that. We've got a lot freaking done. Oh, nothing's in the tank yet, Bold. So it will stay implied for right now. Yeah, we got to get us a fishing shack going for sure. His little feet are stuck. But yeah, I just love this whole little area through here. As a matter of fact, I've got to get with Drew. I've got to send him a message because Drew is dicking off in Planet Coaster right now. As we speak, probably. And I'm not doing Claire's kind of like restaurant because he said he had an idea for that. So Claire is in Drew's hands. But I think he had something he wanted me to try. I just don't know what it is yet. I was going to... Matter of fact, let's ping that little doofus right now and ask him what he had in mind for me to get started on here. Drew is avoiding me. Hold on, let me send him a message right now. He's probably sitting here thinking listening to us, just not answering. Dick. Okay, I'm sending him a very strongly worded Discord message right now. He'll probably show up here in a second. He's lurking. Poison Blade was asking me if I mind stairs today. So I don't know what in the world he's up to.
Hello, you little shit.
Oh, hey, Drew, buddy. Sorry. We were just talking about how wonderful of a job you're doing with me and how much fun we're having.
Look at me over here slaving away, building, and then here you are, bad-mouthing me. God.
No, I wasn't.
God. But what's up, buddy? How you doing?
We're doing, but we need some
guidance.
We need some direction.
Right.
So we know I cannot build right here because this is Claire's restaurant.
Yeah, no touch that. I'll do that. But you know what? I'm like way behind. Let me refresh the stream real quick. Here we go. Oh yeah, I was off. By like 10
Drew's
seconds.
back at like the intro stream.
I'm like way back. I'm like, what is he talking about? Okay, I got it. Okay, yeah. So leave Claire's alone. What did you do with the pirate stuff? Because I've been playing it Coaster, not Zoo right now. So I haven't been able to look at your some of your new stuff there.
Oh,
for the old Florida. I saw the original thing that you updated at like 1 or 2 o'clock today, but nothing after that.
Check this out, Drusif.
I love it.
Do you like our big eucalyptus tree in the courtyard back there?
Ooh, let's see. Ooh, this is all new. Oh, is that a habitat? Do we actually have a habitat?
Well, it's implied. I mean, it is, but there's nothing in it.
Right, but it's actually meant for like an animal to go. And look at us, everyone. We actually thought of animals for once.
Yes, we did. Oh, Drew, have I even showed you like the little remember how like the little hidden entrance area?
Yeah, I saw that.
Did that not look cool?
Remember, I said that the left side kind of looks Sienna-ish.
Yes.
And I love the right side. It's so cool because like you go into you very sneakily just kind of creep into this like adventure old Florida type theme now, which is really cool. And I think it's that big foxtail, or I think it's called a foxtail palm, but that big palm right in the middle of the road.
Yeah, everything wasn't hidden enough. And then I was like, well, what if I split the path with one of the big palms and see how it just all
the time.
Yeah, it just gives just enough kind of mystery. Oh, do you like how I had this big fallen log kind of helping hide stuff?
Yeah, I do. Yep. It's cool because like the entrance makes it look like you're stepping into it's not really, but it's kind of like a Narnia thing where you're stepping through the gateway, into like it's just a really cool transition there, basically from the rustic vibe to the old Florida vibe. You could do with the I don't know if you're done with it, but with the habitat there, the glass. What if you put some of like the I think they're the concrete columns, and they kind of look really classical and neat looking, and kind of like
separate the glass maybe a little.
Yeah, like border it a bit, and like you were saying.
Let's take a look.
Because it looks really cool. It's a really cool idea. I like what you're doing with the. You kind of did that in Sienna as well. But yeah, I think it needs to be broken up just a little bit. After this, are you looking at some of that reference art that you sent me earlier in the week? For
yeah, I just kind of It seems like I do better, like if you have something that you've been thinking about and then you're like, hey, can you try this? Then I kind of just run with it. Whereas if I try to look for it myself, I'm just kind of like a little wishy-washy. I do better with some like direction. Like if you're wanting to see something, tell me. Because then I can then it kind of in my head, I'm like, I have to make this happen.
Yeah, well, that's just like with what was it, Hutches, right, or Bolds? Now that was just kind of like, hey, which one of these? It was like out of all the pictures, like pick one. Which one you want to build? I'm
still thinking Bolds is my favorite right now. It's so just like organic and messy, and I didn't know what I was doing kind of when I started it. We were just kind of we were just kind of rolling with it,
Right, it's the ultimate S-stand build where you were just like, we were still kind of getting our footing, right, trying to figure out what this whole thing was like. So you were just kind of throwing everything. Yeah,
we just didn't know what. And we knew like we had to pull people in with this first, these first couple episodes. A wild jaunty.
Oh God, not hit. Oh, I should pull chat there. There he is. Yep. What's up, John? Hey. Stu me as well. Bold is in the house. Heather G is always here. I feel like I don't even need to say like hi to Heather because I know she'll be there. It's just like it's an implied hi.
Bold said, "Bolds is the best part."
It's absolutely is the best part. But enjoying the series, nice. We haven't even released our official first episode yet. Really.
Heather is so down. Like I made Heather a mod like my first stream ever. I'm like, there she is. She's here. We gotta make this happen.
I saw that you did that, and then she came over to my stream as well, and I was like, okay, well if Estan trusts her, I guess she's okay. No, actually, I've seen Heather around for like years.
Oh, me too. Yeah, I like
Joel, or I think it's pronounced Joel instead of Joel. Maybe it's just Joel. Anyways, her and like Joel and all the other Frontier mods, I've seen them around.
Yeah.
MS Queen, hello. Hey, Lion Rider. Speaking of Lion Rider, have you shown off the? I'm sure you have with the.
No, I haven't changed over to the alligator.
Oh, you saw the crocodiles. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, but I said we'll have to switch over to the alligators before the stream's over. Look at this, Drew. I've got a no wake zone. Put up a couple signs over here on the back because I figured. I figured like people coming, like these people coming down the river would need some signage, like this is Mel's, paint and oil change.
You know what's awesome about the boat that we chose there? If you look at the mast, it's totally going to run into the vines and take them out.
Yeah, but we'll leave it there.
I think it's awesome little story thing because it's inevitable.
Miss Queen says, so this is morphed into a Creole area from Cajun. It looks great. We've just kind of we've just kind of slapped some things together. We've got electric. Look at this, guys. We've got the electric cords. Lion Rider told us to use these little strips right here, like your little font strips. And those are our makeshift electric lines now. And we have them running everywhere.
Lion Rider just said that he's working on an updated manatee patch right now, so it doesn't turn into seals far away. That's right. If when I was on my stream, you zoom out the far away LODs, it turns back into a seal if you zoom out too far.
Yes.
But that's just that's work in progress there.
He's also working on us a black bear mod too, an American black bear. So I think that would fit in here.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure it just replaces one of the bears that we're not going to use anyways.
Yeah.
And also we're going to put in, he replaced, which this is so cool. I forgot they could do this, where they could switch out scenery items. But he's going to, we're going to put in a bald eagle, or I think just a golden eagle, or some sort of eagle.
Yeah.
And it switches out the your creepy giant panda that you put up in your Santa's workshop. It replaces that. So the next time that you load into the winter project, it'll be an eagle instead of the giant panda.
Well, that makes sense because I don't think we'd ever have pandas here in the swamp. So
yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Drew, I was telling them earlier, I thought this looked cool. I don't know if you placed this boat here, but I kind of sunk it, and look how the water kind of taking it over and the vines. That look cool.
Which one? Yeah, that was I was pushed up against Mel's earlier, and I saw you move that. That's perfect.
Yeah.
I've been placing those I don't know what they're called, the underwater plant that you said looked really good. I've been
Yeah,
placing
the hydrilla. Yeah, because see, it's like if you just kind of place them on the edges but still leave some regular water, it just looks killer, doesn't it? Swampy.
Right. You know where I've been, actually today when I had the file right before I sent it to you, where I've been working is somewhere where no one's ever going to look, but if you look over to the left-hand side on the entrance, there's like a little canalway. I've been putting like so much little detail work into that, and like no one's ever going to go there and look. I've basically been doing it so that I can like film a cinematic intro for us to use for our official videos. That's it.
Well, you never know, man. Like you could have... remember how you said we need to do like an elevated nature trail at some point?
Sure.
Maybe we could kind of, we could use those little spots like that.
Right. Right.
Yeah, Drew and I, we like message back and forth all day with different weird little ideas to try and...
Yeah, I think as of right now we have like this rustic main street, which we're not done with this. Like I know we're SDN is kind of diverting off to the left and doing Old Florida, but we're still gonna keep this rustic main street kind of thing going on. And then yeah, we have this Old Florida thing. And we also have like an idea for like a Miami or like a I guess like a South Florida type thing. Nature walk, like an Everglades dock nature walk.
Yeah.
What else? I think that's
and look, Drew,
technically,
the zoo has its first waterfall. It's a little tiny one.
Oh man, I gotta delete it. I was kind
of hiding it from you.
That's cheating. You said I could place the first waterfall.
Yes, I hit it.
Nice. So
but yeah, I kind of went with the little simple Mel's Marine paint.
Oh, bold. Speaking of, not that, again, just like bold said for my sign that I made, not that there's anything wrong with the one that you made, Stan, but bold, we're going to need you to make a Mel's Paint Shop sign.
Oh, hell yeah, bold. You can figure us something out with that.
Any shop we make, bold is just on hire to make us a sign for it.
Well, because we think our signs look good, and then bold does it, and we're like, damn.
And by good, we mean we put letters on a building. We're like, dang, we are just the masters of the universe.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that Mel's back there and Linda Brew.
We put letters out, and we can spell everyone, so that's basically like we're the best.
And then bold comes in. She's like, sit down.
Let me give it some character and some like goodness here. Yeah, I love the Heather G's Crawfish Shack. That's so good.
Drew and I were thinking about having some some ticket shacks out here, with maybe like some little turnstiles or something.
Do you want to work on that? If you're not inspired by the Old Florida section, do you want to make some outhouse ticket turnstiles?
I could.
Because you could just use an art shape for the little moon, to stick into the door, and then maybe just use some of the janky planks that we have to make him.
Yeah, I could even use some of the these signs right here. They have a really awesome texture. I used them up here on the side of this building. Look at that texture.
Oh, from the Australia pack?
Yeah, so I could maybe do a little roof with those.
Well, because that's, I don't know if we've ever explained this, and we'll probably talk about it in our main, first intro video. But, the idea for this shanty town or rustic town is that basically they just threw it all together with whatever was around. There was no, real rhyme or reason. It's just kind of all right, well, there's a piece of sheet metal laying there. Go ahead and throw it up on Bold's roof there.
Yeah, well, that stopped rain from coming in. I just nail it down.
Yeah. Well, someone even said it looks like a hurricane goes through this town every single year. I think that's an interesting story point. Maybe that this is near somewhere where hurricanes happen a lot. So then whenever a hurricane blows through, they just pick up all the trash and throw it on the buildings, and that's what you get basically.
Yeah.
What's up, Savannah? What's up, Zekin? To Planet Zoo. Competitors. We're competitors now because we're all part of the secret project. We're competing in the secret project.
I just sent Savannah my secret project earlier.
The secret project that we were all freaking out about. I'm oh my god, how are we going to build? And then it took 20 minutes.
Yeah. Then I was like, oh, wait a minute. We don't have to do anything yet. We just need this done. Yeah, I was kind of stressed. I was stressing out about it too. And then I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Shh. I just said, shh, we're saying too much. Shh, sorry. But I think that's even with like when we get the DLCs early, and you're like, you have 5 days to show off the pack, and here's all the new stuff, and you're sitting there in the first night, you're just like, oh my god, I need to build all the stuff and and then like nothing comes to mind for like 4 days of the pack. It's like the last day.
Miss Queen said this looks just like mini bayou towns in Louisiana, but she doesn't know we've got some ideas planned out for her as well.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Man, I'm just watching you play Planet Zoo right now, and I'm just like, in Planet Coaster, I'm kind of like, man, I want to kind of switch over to Planet Zoo.
I know, I've seen, yeah, I was telling them, I was like, Drew is, what did I say, Heather? I was like, oh, look at Drew having fun playing Planet Coaster without us.
Yep.
I bet you he's having a wonderful time.
I am, but, man, it's like a struggle sometimes to have fun on Planet Coaster, just because, like, once you play Planet Zoo for a while and you get used to the UI and how awesome it is, basically, in comparison to Planet Coaster, it's like, gosh, I just need that Planet Zoo UI. I need these two games to fornicate and make a baby. Like, I need the best of both worlds and, like, to come together for this game, for these games. Planet Coaster's so old-fashioned now. It's like,
I know, Drew, you old geezer.
Game, but you old geezer there.
But you're playing it Coaster, all you young whippersnappers.
Right. Let me tell you about back in my day when we didn't have picnic benches.
We had to make our fake animals, and we liked it. We loved it.
You thought pathing was bad in Planet Zoo? Well, in Planet Coaster, it was uphill both ways. Some boomer thing. Oh my gosh. But I will say, the absence of a TMTK in Planet Zoo compared to Planet Coaster, I love all of Idro's stuff and, Artificial Architect and just all these dude and dudettes making just amazing custom items and stuff like that.
And
just
Ricey with her fonts.
Well, then it's like Planet Zoo has like a different form of TMT. They have like the OG Planet Coaster TMTK when we used to make fonts out of, million pieces and stuff like that. But man, just nothing compares to you. Nothing compares to having a real TMTK. Just a real nice TMTK, I tell you what.
Yeah, Drew,
voice acting's really good. Oh man, they're saying our voice acting's good. We should get hired.
Yes, we should start sending in some demo tapes.
Oh, Seth Rogen. What were you saying? Sorry.
I said we should send in some demo tapes.
No, I cut you off before. Do you remember what you were saying? Nope.
No. You ruined it, Drew. Damn it.
I ruined it. I'm fired.
Wait, what was I gonna say?
I know. I ruined. All right. See, this is why we're so good at podcasts, because we just cut each other off. We talk over each other.
Oh, I know. I was going to say, I just basically commandeered this place from you today, didn't I?
Well, I kind of mixed up the days. I kind of thought I was supposed to stream today, so I think you were going to reluctantly give it back.
Yeah, see, I was supposed to give it back to you by 2 because I thought you were going to stream for us.
Yep, and then I totally forgot that I don't stream until tomorrow. Today was the not first, but kind of first-ish episode of Beyond Wolf Nature Preserve. But it's just a time-lapse with music behind it, so it doesn't really count. It doesn't really count. I'm just starting to do what S-Dan does for everyone on his channel, where he's starting to download the videos afterwards, because we have an option to download our videos pretty easily, and then he's popping them up on the channel with music behind them for the people that can't watch. I think that's a great idea, so I'm starting to do the same thing. And the Beyond Wolf Nature Preserve just happened to be the first one I did. Yeah,
because I was like, people like the time lapses anyway. Why not download the live stream? Because we do there's not too much pausing in it, and I'm like, let's just speed the time lapse up and let the time lapse people, they can get their little kind of fix in.
Yep, exactly. So start that off there. Team TK is a big FPS killer. That's the only downside about it. No, you're not wrong. That's why I have like Hydro and maybe one or two other people that I download their TMTK stuff, and other than that, I don't download like anyone's stuff. Like, I just don't. I just leave it all alone. My game already runs at 3 FPS. Do 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 do.
Ba da ba ba ba. I'm loving it.
Demonetize. I did it.
Oh my god, like McDonald's like destroys my... I eat McDonald's like maybe once every 5 months, and it like destroys me every time.
See, like, I went through a period where I didn't have McDonald's for like a good, honestly, over a decade. Because yeah, it like destroyed my stomach.
Yeah, me too, man.
For a
like,
little bit, but then like I had it lately, at least around here, and it's gotten like not bad. Like,
oh man, it ruins me. Like,
I still won't go get a lot of it, but it's like not the worst. It doesn't look like a worm pie anymore. It actually looks like meat coming out of it, kind of thing. Did you ever have that rumor when you were in like grade school that your like local cafeteria burgers were made out of like worms or whatever to save the school money?
No, I did not.
You never? Okay, I went to two different schools, two different grade schools as a kid, and both of them had that rumor going around. So I was like, oh my god, is it true that they use worms?
You know, I'm big like nowadays, like trying to monitor like my salt intake, and like if they said if you would just realize how much salt is in fast food, you would never like touch it ever again.
It's absolutely disgusting, dude. Because I have to kind of watch that too because of like acid reflux and.
Oh yeah, man! Yay. Like I pay for it at night.
Yep. Oh god, yeah. It's just like yay.
Like I'm laying there, like I feel like I like could be having a heart attack, but it's usually just like indigestion and like my chest is palpitating. You know, it's like you get those weird like bubble like thumpings, and you're like, I probably shouldn't have ate that.
I used to make fun of my grandpa all the time because he would get it a lot and just be like, how you had to stay up all night or whatever, taking Tums and stuff. And now here I am, 31, 32 or whatever, like, yep, following in the family footsteps because it's just like, I ate such bull crap when I was a kid.
Yep, I'm trying to do better too.
Yep, gotta...
But it's just it's so
grilled.
But is it when you do like the grilled chicken or maybe a grilled chicken salad, like, and you come home and there's no indigestion, there's no issues, and you just go to bed normal and wake up normal, and and you think like, why did I ever do this to myself? Like, why don't I just eat like this all the time?
Well, and shout out to my wife because like she kind of has that issue. Like, she's more so like her stomach will get upset more than her throat or anything. But for all intents and purposes, she doesn't need to like switch up her diet. And she totally like 180 because she does most of the cooking. Mm-hmm. She doesn't want me to cook. She like 180'd our entire like diet and menu and all that fun stuff. And she's eating stuff that she normally wouldn't and stuff like that. So that's
cool. You almost have to have a helpful partner like that, because if your partner's like eating junk in front of you and and you're sitting here like trying to wolf down a salad or like some kale or something, and
you're like, come on, just give me a little bit, I just need a quick fix.
And then you're just like, like they're going to McDonald's. You want me to pick you up anything? Oh yeah, I guess just give me a quarter pounder and some fries.
Well, that's the hard part too, is the quick, because like Michaela will come home from work and it's like right at dinner time usually, and she passes by like 10 or 12, not even kidding, like fast food places at home. So instead of me sitting there like making dinner and stuff, I'll just text her and be like, I won't even like say you want to get fast food anymore. I'll just do like an eye emoji or whatever, like the eyes.
Yeah.
Emoji. Just like, like you want to get some Culvers, or you want to, it's just so, it's so easy to do it.
I know, man. It is. That's like, it's just the convenience. Yep. Casey and I are the same way, especially like on Fridays where like, we're both coming home at the same time, and
it's special. It's the weekend. We can totally just
one of us will text the other one. Do you want pals, or do you want me to stop and get Arby's, or you want me to get a pizza? And
Oh,
It's like, come on, it's
so
Friday. Let's go ahead, grab me something.
I think you tweeted about it or I don't know, Discorded about it or something about going out, how expensive it is, and you don't even realize it that you're spending.
Oh my gosh, man! Like
$30, like
yeah,
on a two
I
meals.
know. I've got this thing. I have this thing set up that's like it's like connected to my app in my bank, and it's just like it gives me little breakdowns now of certain styles of spending. And my gosh,
don't you just freak out?
The
You're
fast
like,
food part.
Couple $100.
Yeah,
like,
it was getting horrendous. Like
Yes.
in June, it says you are over your your fast food allowance by $180.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Jesus, if I'm $180 over, how much did we spend?
Right. And then you look back and you're just like, what did we, like, you like kind of think about it, you're like, what did we get? Like, we got, MS Queen did a special thing, you should look in chat.
Oh, Miss Queen, dropping the big bucks on us.
The big bucks.
Thank you, buddy.
That is awesome. That's awesome.
And Miss Queen, you did not have to do that. We were getting you something set up long before that.
She didn't like that in my stream too. Just very, very giving, especially in the.
Oh, and you know I didn't. You know what I didn't tell you all. Miss Queen was my first merch purchase. She's got an Estan Wolf mug coming.
Really?
She's got a T-shirt. Yeah, I got that ping, and I was like,
yeah,
I've never seen that before. And then Miss Queen's like,
so
hey, Estan, I bought a couple things from your site. Let me know when the new stuff's ready to go. So that was.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, I have never seen that alert before.
Dude, you need to plug, like, you need to be a YouTuber and plug your merch.
I know. I just don't like bugging these guys with that stuff. I'm like, they're not really here for the T-shirts and stuff, are they?
No, it turns out they are. I mean, maybe not all of them, but a certain percentage of them, they're the diehards. They're here for it.
I do have some. I was telling. I'll show you all in a second. I've got some. Miss Queen and them are kind of interested more in like project-specific merch. So I have come up with some Suyana,
cool.
some Suyana type designs. I'll show you guys.
Looking at that, hey Zach Steven, he asked what we use for reference. So Zach Steven, we're using a lot of. If you type in bar mills and go to images on Google. That's a lot of what we're using for reference there. So we're using a lot of that and a lot of, we haven't really shown it in a little bit, but there's an old Florida section and we just typed in, I can't even think, what did you type in for your reference photos?
I think I typed in Spanish concept art.
Okay.
And that first one that I showed you popped up.
Putting concept art at the end of, like, if you have a general idea, so like let's say bayou or swamp, and then you put concept art at the end of it, you'll be really surprised at how much great stuff comes up with concept art.
Yeah, just always remember your concept art at the end, like Drew said. That's your ticket.
And if you can get a concept art and then go off Pinterest as well, Pinterest is like, oh, it's so good.
Let me park you all right here a second, and I will show what I was showing Miss Queen a couple days ago.
Miss Queen.
Let me see. Let me pull up my save files.
Poison Blade's not a diehard fan. Boo! He's just
Poison Blade.
His daily bully Drew and Estan quota. That's true. He does need to. You have a large quota to fill. So
he sent me a message today and said, "Hey, was just going to double check with you on this mountain village. You don't mind lots of stairs, do you?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, do you mind waterfalls? And I'm like, Poison Blade, look who you just asked that. No, I don't mind waterfalls. Okay, hold on. There's a few of these. Let me see if I can.
Going to the rhythm and the
That's Mr. Domez's line. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and lakes that Drew's used to.
Rivers and the... S-Dan hates disabled people. It's canon now. Yep, with all the stairs that Poison Blade is making, it's official.
Oh, yeah.
Stan. Dislikes. There we go. Man, these Coca-Cola skins are tight. Tight like a tiger. TLC demonetized. Do you think TLC would do us like that? Would they do SDN like that and demonetize him?
I'll fight it.
Come on. Yeah, right. Fight a TLC.
Dude, you know, one time I had a claim one time over one of the it was like a Planet Coaster video, and it was just some dude. Like it wasn't like a company or he just did it.
He was just trying. He's like, hey, fuck it, let's try it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get something out of it. I mean, hey, the balls. Credit for the cojones, I guess.
Okay, what I'll do, let me show you all I love the little giraffe one first. Let me show you all that, and while you're looking at that, I'll get the other. I've got like 3 or 4 coming. Let me see here.
William!
Holmes.
Hey, that was good.
Good timing.
It was. I think I'm gonna have to make that like a merch shirt of me just going William. See, when I'm doing that, I harness my inner William Wallace when he at the end of the movie when he yells his name. He's like, he yells freedom.
I am William Wallace.
Anyways,
I'm gonna have to watch Braveheart now.
oh, I love that movie.
Somebody else mentioned that earlier.
Really?
Yes.
I think it's just the time of year. Like it always feels like there's like Braveheart, Uncle Buck, and like a few other ones that just kind of creep up during the holiday winter
Uncle
time
Buck.
season or whatever.
You know, our Bass Pro Shop, like our local Bass Pro Shop, had an Uncle Buck's. It was like a bowling alley and a restaurant, but it was Uncle Buck's.
What?
It was cool.
That sounds so good.
And they kind of had him out there, like on the sign.
They like themed it to like Uncle Buck or whatever.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm about that.
Look, Drew, here is my little.
I love that, dude. That's so good.
Here's my little sloth. You'll probably see it pop up in a second.
Yeah, I'm on the giraffe still. Do you have a oh, that's awesome.
Isn't he cool?
Do you are you on what's that called? Is it Fiverr?
Yes, Fiverr. That's where I got this from.
Yeah, you got artists on there? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I've got a dude on there. Like he did the Suyana font for me. And then I bought like the little animals and stuff. You can get them on these little websites for like dirt, like 50 cents, 75 cents. So the giraffes and the trees and the sloth, I put that together. My dude just did the font. It does like he'll do fonts for me for like $5.
I mean, can't beat that.
Yeah,
You should
and
make a poster of these. That's almost poster worthy.
I know. Let me show you the lion, Drew. This is a cool one.
Let's see what chat thinks right there. They want the sloth one. Love the colors.
Yeah.
The giraffe is a no-brainer, says Heather there. Yeah.
Yeah, look at the lion here. Is he not awesome? I kind of put some like savanna grass around his shoulders.
Ooh, yeah.
And you can put this stuff on mugs. Like Miss Queen ordered a little zip up, like a little on-the-go little pouch. Oh,
right.
Let me show you the Jaguar. The Jaguar is schmexy.
And Stan, while you're looking for that, how do people purchase from your website? Or do you have a website? Or
Oh, it's just if you look down like a little bit lower, there's like a little link with it's like the Teespring link. So that's the cool thing. Like they handle all that. Like I don't know where you live. I don't handle your payment information. It's all just the website handles
Secure.
it. Yeah.
Right, it's all secure and everything. Nice. Yep.
If you order a shirt from me, I will not come find you. I have no clue where you live. It's
official.
It's all out there on the interwebs.
Oh yeah, that's really good too. I like that.
But sometimes, guys, if you do not creeping on you or anything, but if you do want me to send out random little holiday cards or magnets, sometimes I have magnets and stickers made. DM me your P.O. box or your address, and I will mail you that stuff randomly. Like you might,
Sure.
just get oh, Drew, I got to show you the birds. This is my last one that I worked on the other day before I had to leave. I didn't finish any more, but this is my last one.
I think the lion is my favorite one so far.
Until you see these birds.
Oh, until the bird.
Bold's probably like, but everything you made a design for is not in the game.
Basically, right?
Isn't that cool? Check that out.
Let's see. Ooh, yeah.
Isn't that a cool one?
You're just teasing everyone at this point. It's like, wouldn't it be cool if we had these
Yep.
in Sienna or the game? Yeah,
Oh, Miss Queen, good point. She said, who won the plushie on Twitter? The thing is, SB Jaguar won the plushie on the drawing, but with his housing situation and moving, and he's really worried that it might get lost in the mail, plus he's in the UK, so he told me to repick. So we're going to repick tomorrow. He's giving it back, so there will be a second winner. So yeah, luckily, if you didn't win it the first time, SB said give it away again because he does not want to risk that little guy getting lost. So yes, we will redo that probably tomorrow sometime. Now, Drew, I am. Whoops, I got rid of the game. I am not going to be home probably most of the day tomorrow. So if you want to stream or whatever you want to do, go wild with it because I will be.
Give me that file tonight.
I'll be a little indisposed, but in the evening, probably late evening, I may get a chance to stream. Not totally sure, but I'm gonna give it the old college try. I've got a little bit of running around I got to do, but we'll still get it.
Yep, nope, I'll be on tomorrow at actually 2 p.m. this time, for real, not just a fake out.
Yeah, good deal.
For real. And then, yeah, I'm going to work on Claire's. I have a few different concept arts that I'm looking at now.
Yeah, the way you sent me that message, I knew. I'm like, I got to let him do this, because he wouldn't say that if he didn't have something cooked up.
Like, I was gonna totally let you, if you wanted to go for it, sure, I can totally.
You know what though? If you would have let me do that, I don't think the Spanish stuff wouldn't have happened today.
Sure.
So there's no way I would have got to both.
And I think it's good that we're starting on the Spanish section too, kind of spreading it out a little bit, so that the next episode it's not just all rustic stuff all the time. Man, can you give me some trees from Planet Zoo, please? This foliage in Planet Coaster is so lackluster. It's almost sad. That's just tragic.
Would you look at that?
You know what movie was I took that from? Was on the other day was The Little Rascals, like from the 90s.
Oh, I love The Little Rascals.
I do too. Like I
Dear
actually
Darla,
watched it.
Drew hates your stinking guts. You are scum between his toes. Love, Drew.
We're part of the He-Man Women Hater Club.
Savannah said, going to take the doggos on a run. Catch you if you're still here when I'm done.
All right, Savannah.
Oh, Savannah didn't know this was the 12-hour stream, did she?
That's right. Today, 12-hour stream. Every time SDN gets an order for merch, we add on another 12 hours. Dude,
we need to do a 12-hour stream one of these days just to say that we did it.
Oh, I've done them. I've done my longest one. It was on Twitch, but my longest one was 8 or 16 hours.
Oh, gee,
it wasn't great near the end. I don't recommend.
But that's a little extreme, but I could probably pull a good, because I've sat here with Heather and all them for Holly 4 or 5 hours. One time 4 and a half. And we could have went longer, but I just kind of, everybody was kind of getting ready for bed, and I could maybe
6 hours is not terrible. I used to do 6 hour streams as like my normal, and then I've moved it down to 3 to 4 hours, because after like 3 or 4 hours, I get what I call sassy Drew, and I'll just start like whatever comes to my head, I just kind of say it, even if it's like. So we don't like to see when sassy Drew comes out.
Sassy Drew.
12-hour drunk stream with bad music. 12 hours being drunk sounds terrible. That sounds literally like the worst thing ever. I can't even.
Sumi said you get agitated, Drew.
Yeah, I get agitated. So I get hangry. I need like a Snickers. I need.
Oh yeah, I'd have to have stuff like prepared and like ready to go and.
See, and I feel weird about like not really taking breaks, but people say like, "Oh, just eat on stream. Like get some chips and just eat on stream." And I feel weird about eating on stream. I probably shouldn't, but like just sitting there munching like.
Jonty said 12 was his longest. Remember Frontier, Jonty?
Oh,
Frontier used to do the 24-hour ones for special effect.
Yep. Yeah, people that do 24-hour ones, I'm just like, why? I mean, I get it to an extent, because, yeah, like, things are, like, for charity, that's awesome. Like, I would probably consider doing a 24-hour one if it was for, like, charity. But, man, just to, like, do it,
Yep.
I don't like y'all that much. 36 was yours? Yeah, that's extreme. Who would stay up with you that long? Do people go to bed and then wake up and then be like, oh, you're still here, and then go back to bed and then wake up and be like, oh, for charity, I was like 16 to 17 at the time. See, that's cool. That's cool. Like 36 hours for charity. I'm sure you raised a bunch of money.
You guys would be absolutely done with me. Like you probably wouldn't come to a stream for a couple weeks if you all let me stream that long.
Like after the 4-hour mark, Stan's just sitting there. Let me tell you all what I fucking think, you shitheads.
What, did I ever tell you all about that time they didn't give me a damn JWE key?
I did, but let me tell you again for the 180th time, okay? So there I was.
So there I was.
Speaking of that, we got to get... people have been asking about Take-Two podcasts a lot, and we've been kind of... It's funny, Stan and I will, like, not say it ever, but, like, we'll just take a conscious break from either, like, Take-Two or, like, something that we've been working on or whatever. But we never, like, consciously say it out loud. We'll just kind of do it. And we're all, like, on a little, like, holiday break right now with Take-Two, I think. But
it's not like we need the break. It just happens. You know?
I think we just got preoccupied with, like, our new project, and then you were hard into Sienna, and I had, like, Aqua Park Zoo. I just think, like, a lot of things just... And we hit Take-Two hard there for, like, 3 weeks straight.
Yeah, and you know, we still have people lined up to come talk. Like,
and that was, that's what I was going to say, is that we're not done. So, like, I know I've had a few people in my stream, I've seen people in your stream ask, like, hey, when's the next Take-Two there? Don't take another 6-month or 3-month break on us. And it's like, nope, we still have... quick thinking. Let's see, Mike.
And plus, too, Drew, like, you know, we can get a little salty in those, so it's not something you want to, like, expose everybody to every single day. It's not like these regular live streams where we're, like, just in here kind of, you know, shooting the shit, and, you know, those can get a little, you know.
They're cathartic. Like, Jonty put it perfectly. He's like, they're cathartic, but a little bit too much of that is not a good thing. So,
Drew, do you know, like, where in the world are the decal signs? Like, where's the little clipboard? I've been looking for it for like 10 minutes.
In props, or the button under signs.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Drew to the rescue.
Speaking of, did you we have an autosave for Planet Coaster. I'm going to be sitting here with the frozen screen for like 20 minutes.
Okay, so you've got a good 10 minutes.
Yep, exactly. Did you see the new Indiana Jones show that they're bringing to Disney Plus?
No. Man, Disney Plus is killing it lately.
Dude, yeah. Tomorrow they're releasing Dinosaurs, the TV show from like the 80s or whatever.
Is that the one that was like the babe with the baby?
Yeah, it's like not
the baby, mama.
Baby. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, yep. That, and then the new Mary Poppins movie, which I didn't see that with Emily Blunt. Yeah, I didn't see that with her, so that's kind of cool. And then the I don't remember their names, but the Marvel superhero show where they're like a couple and living together, and it's like black and white. It's the guy that has the I'm not big into Marvel, so I don't know the names of stuff. The gemstone in his forehead, and he can make powers come out of his forehead. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
WandaVision. WandaVision, it's called. Who is the superhero I'm thinking of that shoots beams out of his forehead like a nerd? Someone's gonna know. The show's called WandaVision for sure. It looks interesting. The show looks interesting.
Hey, I almost made a
Vision-
shack
Vision.
in. I almost
His
made a
name is
shack
Vision.
in here named Wicked Wanda. Remember off that concept art we saw?
That's right. Yeah, I think that'd look good in like a really tight little area because it's such a weird little tight building.
Yeah.
But yeah, Vision is the name of the superhero.
I remember somebody, like, speaking of Disney owning everything, Drew, I remember somebody, it was on one of your streams, was asking about Disney, like, partnering with Frontier for Planet Coaster 2. I remember you got, like, super quiet and, like, I don't really want that to happen, but that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, and that's...
That's exactly the same reaction you did on stream.
It's not the worst thing in the world, obviously, but also
You just don't want the whole game kind of Disney-fied.
And that's what I would be afraid of, is that they wouldn't just give us like, here's a spire and you can make, you know, Cinderella's castle or Sleeping Beauty's castle. But if it was Frontier, they'd be like, but the whole game is that. So here's fucking fairies flying around and
Fairy VFX?
Right, you know, it's like they would go too much into it. That's why I was like, now if they were to partner with like Busch Gardens or, you know, Cedar Fair again or Six Flags, then I'd be like, okay. Okay. But they were negotiating for it. You're right, Lion Rider. Yeah, it was in the leak that they provided for Planet Coaster 2 when we thought Planet Coaster 2 was more a real thing. But now it sounded like Planet Coaster 2 and just really simulation games from Frontier in general are kind of in question. So we need Creativo or some other developer to come along and be our
Creativo! Man, you know, that's another thing you were talking about, Drew. Like, they were like so hot and heavy with Prehistoric Kingdom, then they kind of got a little lukewarm on us after we started like really rolling and covering it, didn't they? I mean, not lukewarm to us personally. I mean, the information kind of started getting a little slower. Did you notice that?
Yeah, it did. They had the recent developer journal, and that I think the last one was the one that the PR guy commented because we were talking about the power in there and how similar it looked to Planet Zoo or whatever. Mm-hmm. And his explanation for that was really good. But anyways, yeah, I think that was the last update, and that was around the time that Aquatic Pack was announced. Actually, it was the day of. Remember? Because we mentioned that Aquatic, or no, not even Aquatic Pack. It was the day that 1.4 was announced, and then they released, that dev update, and that is about the last thing. They released some Happy New Year's and Merry Christmas and things like that, but yeah.
Because I just remember there for like a good 2 weeks, you and I were making Prehistoric Kingdom videos every day. Yeah, like once a day we were coming out with, like, they were dropping new concept art, and remember they showed the tyrannosaurs in the snow.
Right. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, they were going hardcore there for a while, but then like it just kind of like the spigot got turned off. I was like,
well, I think if I remember it from their roadmap, because they, unlike certain other companies, actually release a roadmap for their games, which is great. They have a few big updates for Q1 2021. So I think we'll hear from them not too long. Which, isn't it crazy to think about that it is 2021 now and we're technically in Q1? So like all those things like game companies have been like in Q1 2021.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, all that stuff is like a month away. It's like it's happening. It's supposed to happen.
Yep, exactly. So it's gonna be fun times to be a Vigi gamer there.
Vigi.
And hopefully we'll be getting, speaking of Vigi games, hopefully we'll be getting an update here, a little patch-a-rooney to Planet Zoo, since Frontier should be getting back into the office in the next few days, probably next week. Because I know a lot of people Mike and Eben specifically are having troubles with zoos with a lot of water in them, and that makes me very, very
Yeah, that makes me a
nervous.
little makes
For
me a
our
little
zoo.
apprehensive about this, doesn't it? You?
Right, because our zoo is going to literally have a giant swamp bayou going through like the entire thing. So like,
Yeah, and that
ooh.
is going to take quite a bit of water.
Oh, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. This is looking awesome. I love how the outhouses look. Good use of the Arctic columns there. I didn't think that would fit in, but then again, you're SDN and you just throw things at stuff and it happens to work.
Ha! Thank you.
But the alligator habitat that I set up real quick with the big concrete walls,
Yeah,
that can be. I just literally put that up there
just to
so
get
that-
them in. Yeah.
Yeah, so they couldn't get out, and so whatever we want to do with that, it's not. I saw you starting to theme up the banks a little bit. If you want to ignore the banks of the bayou or whatever, just go ahead.
Oh yeah. We will.
Okay.
Yeah, we can kind of we'll figure something out for those.
Right.
Because really, it does not. Because remember, my very first saltwater tank in that exhibit in that test zoo that I did, it doesn't take a lot of rock to keep them in. It doesn't seem like if you can make it even a little high enough,
Right.
you can stop them.
Yeah, no, their traversability. Actually, it's funny. I hope they kind of patch this too, but the traversability of the lily pads. They can walk on the lily pads, and it makes for some really funky animations. Check Discord real quick.
I did notice that.
Did you see what Lion Rider sent?
Let's see. I gotta grab that real quick.
That's awesome. Yeah, shout out. Oh, and Lion Rider just said, speaking of water, let me make that diving depth mod real quick. Dude, yes.
Dude.
Well, because he's going to make it for the depth to be 2 meters instead of 4 meters for the animals to dive.
Yes, and Eben will love him forever.
Oh my god, Eben will literally start crying and just pass out from sheer joy. All right, where are you going to slap this? Oh, you're going to put it as like the sign?
Maybe like a...
Wait till y'all see this, chat.
It's a big brush. Maybe too big.
Oh, it's a little bit big. Okay. It might be a little bit too... Maybe on the side of the building on the tower? Oh, it looks so good. I hope it fits.
Might be a little too big. Like it's kind of out of place.
Yeah. Man, it looks so good, though, but... If you can scale it down,
Yeah, could you
slightly,
like make that
Rider,
like half that size? Half that size would be perfect.
and then maybe I do like the graphic on it. I'm trying to. I wonder if do you think the graphic fits in with it, or just like have the paintbrush like more like rustic vibe with it? Like it's like a rusting sign or like a fading sign.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Cool
'Cause
concept
I like
though.
it. Yeah, it is, but I wonder
Just
if,
too big.
maybe too big. The brush is thick.
Too big.
But that is on the workshop, so if anyone wants to download it as is and add it to your buildings, it could probably fit in for some... I could almost see that going into like a seal habitat or something. It looks like it's Russian water or something like that. Uh-oh, everyone. Estien's going into detail mode. Let's see what he pulls out of his butt tonight.
Drew, I'm going to need you to work on a sensible parking lot too.
Oh, I'm on it. I'm on it. Now that we have the entrance kind of solidified down here...
Do you like this? Do you think it's pretty kind of walled off pretty cool, isn't it?
It's pretty quaint, yeah, and I do like this. We can get,
Bold
a
was
shop
talking.
going with this.
Bold was talking about we need a, like she said, we don't have a big entrance sign either.
Yeah, well, Bold, we're waiting. Again, Bold, you're just hired out for this project. Like Bold is like our basically the third builder for signs that we just resource out to.
Yep.
We are the worst at signs. Like if you've noticed, like both of us, neither Estienne nor myself ever put down signs for anything.
No. We need to watch Bold or like have her do a tutorial. I mean,
Right.
we could watch a tutorial and maybe get better.
There you go. Well, yeah, right. And I feel like there's a few out there, but yeah, some of you art-shaped wizards or piece wizards that make awesome things. Y'all need to make a YouTube there. Lion Rider says it needs to be the Gatorland big alligator head when you walk through. I was thinking that too. We should do like a bigger scaled, not as fiberglass looking alligator head. Have you been to Gatorland before?
I was really, really little. I remember I grew up in Florida. I grew up in Zephyr
Right.
Hills, like right north of Tampa.
Okay.
And they used to take us to that. Or they used, that's what I pick on. Like, in Tennessee now, I pick on when my little sisters were in school and all that. I'm like, man, when I was in school, they took us to like the Kennedy Space Center, Universal Studios, Disney, Gatorland. I'm like, you all get to go to the Walmart parking lot.
Yeah, right.
Like, your all's field trips suck.
Man, you're just like, you just happen to live in the what am I trying to say? Theme park capital of the world, basically.
Yeah, I was lucky growing up. We were like just maybe an hour away from Orlando, and that's just where the schools would take us.
That's so cool. Yeah, like I got to go once in high school to Disney, but that was for orchestra because we had to pay for it and everything. We stayed for like a week kind of thing, and it was pretty cool. But yeah, that we had to like save up forever to do that. You were just like, on the weekend, let's go to Disney, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes my mom and dad would do that. Like if, you sit around bored sometimes and, my dad'd be like, well, you want to take them over to... the only thing I regret is, remember when I lived, Animal Kingdom didn't open until 1998, and we moved like in 2000, I want to say, 2001 maybe?
Oh, really?
So we didn't really, we weren't like Disney weekend warriors where we'd go every single weekend, but my dad would like randomly, get these wild hares to go. But I kind of moved away right when Animal Kingdom was, happening and getting into its own. And so that kind of stunk.
You weren't even there for like Everest or any of that. Like none of that was even a glimmer for Animal Kingdom yet.
Nope.
Isn't it, when you look back at especially Animal Kingdom, like how far that park has come? Because like when it first opened, man, there was almost like nothing to do.
I know, and I think, wasn't it like Savannah was telling us that they were talking about how the animals were doing horribly and they were like animals were dying. They didn't like
that, and they also had. I remember seeing this on the behind the scenes video of it, but they had hired out like all of the top zoologists in the country. So there was like a zookeeper and zoologist like crisis.
Yeah, because Disney was poaching all of the zoologists and stuff. Yeah.
So like all the San Diego Zoo, the Columbus Zoo, the Cincinnati Zoo, the Brookfield Zoo, like all these, Bronx, all of them, all these top zoos were like, dude, we don't have anyone to work for us right now except for like new college hires, which there's nothing against like new, college hires or anything, but you need someone with experience to run the thing there. Mm-hmm. So when you first went to Animal Kingdom, it was a zoo. That was it. Yeah, that's the thing, right, John T? Yeah, it was. You had the safari, and then you had dinosaur. Then you had a fairground that they passed off as a Disney attraction, and
I still don't how is. I mean, you guys may kill me for this, but how is Dino USA still a thing? Like,
because bad management. I can't believe how bad they bumbled it.
How is that? Yeah, how is that still like a Disney section of a park?
Do you know the backstory to that?
No.
It's kind of similar to the backstory to what's it called, Forbidden or Beastly Kingdom a little bit.
Yeah.
When Animal Kingdom was first being developed in like the early 90s.
Oh god, don't tell me it was a Michael Eisner type of fumble.
No, it was. It was
Oh god.
It was basically Animal Kingdom was supposed to be way more grand than it was when it first opened, and essentially there was going to be an area where Chester and Hester's bullshit whatever it is, the fairground. It was gonna be there's gonna be like a mine ride, like a single rail like mine coaster that went in and out of like a mine shaft where people were like digging for bones and stuff. And then like the fairground part was gonna be like a little itty bit of a theme to it, but it was mainly gonna be this big cool looking mine coaster that went in and out of an excavation site.
That's cool.
But yeah, then like last minute when Beastly Kingdom and stuff got cut as well, they scaled back this too, and it became the Chester and Hester parking lot fairground. So
Chester and Nestor.
Yep, the quick. Oh shoot, we just took out $200 million in our budget and aren't building 2 lands anymore. What do we do? Chester and Hester and Mickey and Minnie have a land where they go camping. Okay, that works. Well, that's what's so sad about Beastly Kingdom is that there's still so much of Beastly Kingdom in Animal Kingdom. Like when you go to the front gate and everything, you can still see a dragon head. And if you walk around the rivers of Animal Kingdom, you can still see like rock formations of a dragon head and stuff like that, where they were supposed to do all that stuff. It was gonna be so cool. Animal Kingdom is like one of the saddest, best parks because there was so much cool stuff that was supposed to come to that park.
You know, I still have not got to experience Flight of Passage.
I haven't either. I haven't been to the world in almost a decade, so
oh
I haven't
damn.
either. Yep.
Yeah, I was there last in 2018, I believe.
Ooh, so they were building Pandora. So you didn't even get to see the floating mountains.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, it was done by then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got to see the floating mountains and all that, but I just remember Flight of Passage was like 180 minutes and I just remember it we just never seemed to time it out right to give it a try. It was just such a long wait.
It's what it seems like. It's always such a long wait. And like I know I haven't experienced either one of those rides, and I guess they look pretty neat, but for that land being what it is, I just feel like they need to have more than a boat ride and like a simulator ride.
We did get on the Navi River journey.
Is that cool?
Oh, it was cool. It was cool. No, when you're in there, I mean, just the AC alone, you're just like in heaven. But no, it was they did it cool. Now, would I wait for it like on a steaming hot Saturday again, where it's like 98 degrees? Probably not. But do you need to experience it once? Yes, absolutely.
Well, that animatronic at the end looks ridiculous, like the medicine woman animatronic or whatever. Mm-hmm. She looks really, really good.
Oh, Jonty said, COVID permitting, he wants to try to do Christmas 2021 in Disney.
Oh man, I was saying this the other day on stream. Like I can't do crowds. Like I just can't do them. And even if COVID is like, everyone's getting the vaccine and like it's looking better, I just think everyone and their mother's gonna have that same idea of like, let's all go to the theme parks. Let's all go.
Like there's gonna be so much pent up demand.
Oh my god! Yeah, I mean, I totally understand because I am too. But we're talking like we might skip the like tour, like the straight up like touristy kind of like Pigeon Forge and Disney and that kind of stuff.
Oh my god! But just don't fool yourself though. Pigeon Forge, absolute nightmare.
I'm sure it is right now, but
yeah. Drew Claire just showed up.
I've shut down the stream. Time to go.
Sorry, Claire. All right, we'll see you guys later.
But we're gonna substitute instead of like that kind of stuff. We're gonna go to like national parks and like state parks.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, because we've been wanting to like do camp and stuff, and
we gotta show Claire around. Claire, Drew has taken up the opportunity to build your Riverside restaurant, and it's probably
I'll do you proud.
Yeah, it's probably going right here. Right around
best,
in
Claire.
here.
I'll do my best. But you tell me if it looks like crap. You yell at me, okay? You just say, "Hey, listen, bub. I watch countless hours of you, and this needs to be perfect." Man, speaking of Jaunty, I'm really excited for our D&D session this Sunday. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of RPing. I think
because Jaunty said, remember he said at the end last week, he's like, be ready, because he said like I'm bringing it this coming up week.
I do remember that, and I've been.
And I was like, oh hell!
Head, so I know you and I.
What's going to happen?
We were talking a little bit, like probably a few months ago now, about some Groros, the Rock stuff. I know,
and Duct Tape has actually sent me a message and wants to try some stuff. So
you have your Thunder Totem now, or something
yeah. I've got my Spirit Totem now.
I was so upset that your javelin throw missed when you were doing that.
Oh, I know. That was a lightning javelin too.
Lightning, yeah. I was so upset that missed, because you were gonna hit like fucking like.
I was gonna hit like 3 or 4 of them. Damn it. That was gonna be awesome. Even Jaunty's like, good try on that one. I gotta admit.
Oh, let's listen to Claire here. She said, "Thank heavens for that about me building, because she thought that the shoddy builder S Daddy was going to build her something."
Oh.
No, don't worry. I'm coming in to save the day from S Daddy. Ooh, shots fired. Yeah, I think she's in the group of people that you give anxiety by never placing anything on the grid and just throwing stuff on the wall and stuff. Claire's sitting there just like scratching and like freaking out. I was like, oh my god, he's not using the grid. Oh my god.
That's bold too. I really get bold going. She's like, why does he not just
use the grid and just snap it on there? Don't question it, okay?
I give bold like panic attacks.
It does give everyone panic attacks. It's like, oh my god. Hey, Mel Rudy.
Hey, Mel. I did not know Mel was going to tip me. I did not build this building for her because I thought that.
It's becoming clear now. SDA was sitting there like, all right, so you tip me in the middle of the stream when I'm not even working on stuff, right? And then it won't even look suspicious at all.
No, we had to take care of Mel. Mel is to you what Heather is to me. Like, she is always on top of it, and just, and Silver Fox, they're just there. No questions asked. Mel is like one of our day ones.
We wanted to get the first ones that we made sure to get were our mod squad, because without our mods, we would be sitting here going through goofballs for
and worrying about who is saying what does what needs to be calmed down.
So we Lion Rider getting all uppity.
Oh yeah,
we got
gotta watch Lion Rider.
Yep.
Silver Fox is good though too. Silver Fox will let a little bit of stuff go on, but he steps in right when it even when if he steps in right before I notice it's getting a little too much, and that's what I like. Like, just Heather and Silver Fox and Mel are good about shutting it down before it gets our attention, usually.
Yep, and that's a good mod. If the streamer can just keep streaming and doesn't have to worry about knuckleheads, then everything's good.
Now, Mel, we may or may not have you a custom sign coming, but for now, you've got your tower and you've got your regular paint that we used from your shop to paint your shop.
Hopefully that is good enough there, but don't let Mel fool you. She's hard. She's going to come in and be like, listen, bud, this isn't what I ordered at all.
Mel's going to be like, delete this.
Delete it all. Everything goes.
Oh, dang, that's a good idea. Look, Drew Claire said we should try to get them their own emojis.
The mod squad emoji? Oh,
yes.
Yeah, so everyone can do the mod emoji whenever they just do like an awesome mod action or something.
Yes.
We'll get like the everyone usually does like a band hammer kind of thing, but we got to get something special for our mod.
Drew, she said that was her jam. Mel is in charge of paint, light repair, oil changes, throwing out the occasional drunk sailor.
Right.
It all comes through Mel's office up here.
And then at the end of it, when it's time to get the bill and it's triple what it normally would be, you don't question Mel, or she will punch you right into Gator Alley.
Mel will drown you in that damn swamp if you don't pay up.
There you go. There's the story. Those are Mel's gators there, and if you argue with her about it, well, you can just stick your head in the swamp there, buddy. We'll have. We got to name the gators too. We got to name the.
And if she needs backup, she calls Bold, who is going to be really agitated. She has to come out and across the swamp to go over there and kick some ass.
Bold wouldn't even walk over there. Bold would get into the world's smallest little boat and then use like a one of those little wind contraptions that you use.
Bold would just open this. Bold would open this back door and yell from it, and they would pay.
What'd they do?
I swear to God, if you make me come over there, I am going to drown you in that river.
Do not make me take a boat over there. When it says Bold's Landing, everyone just assumes that's like, you know, a place for people to hang out or whatever for Bold. No, it's literally saying Bold is landing. Do not come disturb Bold. They have landed and they do not want to get back up. Get out of my swamp, donkey. I feel like we have to do like a Shrek thing. Everyone's been making Shrek references.
Yes.
The entire time.
Drew, I love your little creepy kind of mist and fog you've placed kind of scattered about. Yes.
I thought it'd be like more, I mean, it is creepy or whatever, but I didn't know that it would actually work. I thought it'd be too Halloween-like or whatever, but it actually gives a nice little...
Oh, we haven't shown Claire and Mel my new little Spanish extension you put me on today. Check this out, guys. We've got our first little implied exhibit here in our courtyard with this gorgeous Carlos G72 eucalyptus tree.
Lion Rider, sorry, tangent. He wants to know what the deep diving amount should be. I think 2 meters is good. I think 2 meters is good.
Yeah.
Everything, and that's what everyone agreed on too. Like Eben and all them, they seem to like 2 meters as the minimum for it. So, but yeah, no, I love this implied exhibit, dude.
Yeah.
Look good. Like, did you ask chat or figure out what's supposed to be in here, or we just whatever?
No. Just it's just kind of whatever right now. I just
kind of a bunch of zoo nerds. They usually will come in and be like, it should be a Hominus velocimus rapidus.
Hominus velocimus. I had like a regular fake facade kind of shop right there. But then I was like, you know what? What if I do like some kind of little aquarium and like surprise Drew? And then I was just like, well,
cool. I think it's cool. And then the back of it, like you see where I had put the obviously temporary buildings or whatever, I think it would still be kind of cool to get that kind of skyline going. If we could get, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, kind of like a stacked skyline of kind of what you were. Yeah, because when I came in, you had some stack right back here, and I think that would look good if I could like raise the path some, and start stacking the houses.
If you gotta fake it, just facade it or something, whatever.
Yeah.
But I just think the overall, like, it draws you in a little bit. You know,
yeah.
It's kind of we got a weenie is what we have. There's a weenie.
A weenie.
And else. Oh, speaking of, did you get to watch?
Speaking of weenies.
Speaking of weenies, did you get to watch Sylv, Mike, and them with their architects live earlier?
Oh no, I was still at work when that went down. Was it cool?
Good. It was. Yeah, I was sitting there watching it while I was playing, doing some Planet Coaster stuff, and man, Parkitect, we gotta get that. Do you own Parkitect?
Oh yeah, I've had it since way back in the day.
Yeah, okay.
I had a pretty cool design going on that one time. I just kind of fell out of it when
We should do some multiplayer Parkitect. I'm not gonna lie, it looked like a ton of fun.
We should try. We kind of got our hands full with this right now, though.
No, you're right. Right, and that's what I was gonna say. Like, people in chat, like, don't expect it right away, because I've had a few people ask before if I would or you would or whatever. Like, yeah, we definitely have our hands full right now, but once we like maybe hit like a low point with this, and like maybe Suyana is not going and Thornton Hills is wrapping up or whatever, yeah, we might jump into some Architect there. Plus, we just need to get some new games on the channel anyways.
I've got 2 people working on Suyana right now at the same time. Poison Blade. Hey, Commando Sanda showed up. What's up, buddy? I got Poison Blade and Savannah working on Suyana at the same time. See, the way it worked out is Savannah couldn't get Suyana to load properly without crashing. So she is building just a blueprint that I'm going to bring in. Well, when that went down like that, we ended up letting P-Blade take the actual park file. So, we will base it off of his, and I will just bring her blueprint in kind of when it's ready.
Nice.
And then it,
Santa. I didn't.
Yeah.
Santa updated his logo.
Yeah, he snuck in here.
He's now looking. Oh, he's official YouTube. I see what he's doing. He's no longer a Santa hat. He's Commando YouTube.
Naughty.
I like it.
Oh yeah,
It's
Mel.
cool.
They just plopped that on us like a week or so ago. The Parkitect multiplayer, and it's it's pretty stinking cool.
Yep. If you've all ever seen how RCT 2 Open or whatever the multiplayer for that works, that's exactly how Parkitect works. Where basically it's just all live. We're all like playing together.
Yeah,
so,
and
like,
it lets you build.
Yeah,
you're literally clicking around with each other.
Yep. So this picture, like my cursor, like there was a cursor on screen right now that said like Beyond Drew TV, and I was like building right now live. Like that's what Parkitect is like. It's so stinking cool, and you can use all the mods with it and everything. Like, it's such a good system. They desynced a few times, but not as bad as you would expect, because it was Mike John. Ruble, because Ruble was hosting it.
Ruble
and then you had
Trillions.
Free the Bear, and Silverette, and Silent Member. I think that was all of them. So you had people from all around the world, and it desynced only a handful of times. So it
Can we agree that Ruble Trillions is criminally underappreciated by everybody?
He is the builders, like he's the us hardcore builders like geek out. Whenever Ruble
Ruble Trillions is like the hardcore builders daddy.
Well, that's why you see like literally every single like content creator or hardcore builder or anybody will retweet whenever Ruble will upload something, because it's just like, okay, everyone, it's a day, it's a festive day, because there's a new Tivoli or there's a new. People were giving him crap today. He was like, all right, no one requests Jubilee Gardens. He's like, don't ask when Jubilee's coming back. And then because Race Car is like, when's Paris Project coming back? And he's like, damn, you got me there. Because, oh man, do you remember the Paris Project that he was doing?
Yes.
Like, that was the first thing that he got noticed for, but for fuck's sake, man. Talk about just
I remember when he bursted on the scene with that. I mean, I Drew, I do not toot my own horn much, but I was like one of Ruble Trillions. I followed him back on Twitter, and there were like 3 of us.
Yeah, right.
Like I discovered him early. Like the moment he popped on, I was a Ruble Trillions fan.
You know what's funny is when I popped onto the scene or whatever as well, like I made it a point to like I wanted to network. I wanted to network with a lot of people and stuff like that. And Ruble was one of the first channels that I found that was like kind of bigger or whatever. So like I like all nervously like messaged him on Twitter like, hey man, I'm like a newcomer to the Planet Zoo content world. Like if you ever want to like make a project or something, let me know. And he was like totally like, awesome about it or whatever, but just like looking back at it, it's just like, God, how cringe.
Yeah. I am just so like not that I fear rejection, but I just don't want to put myself through a rejection like that. So I never friend people on Facebook first. I never follow people on Instagram first or Twitter.
Right.
Like it will be, if you don't follow me on Twitter, it will be the end of time. Like, because I don't know. It's just weird. It's like, I don't want to bug people. So I don't if you don't reach out to me, it's going to be a long time before I reach out to you, because I just don't like the feeling of bugging people.
No,
so,
and I totally know what you mean. I'm a lot of the same way.
And I guess, people could think like, I guess it could almost come across as like snobby, but I promise I'm not snobby. I just don't want to bug you.
No, and I'm almost the same way, like, and this just really gets into like insecurities or whatever. Like, I'm almost the same way when someone will comment on like a video or a Reddit post or whatever. I won't like comment back to them right away. I'll give it like a breather just so I'm not like, so it's not like I'm just sitting there on my phone waiting for you to comment. I'm going to come at you right back, whatever. It's like, all right.
Yeah, you got to play it cool a little bit.
Updates coming to like Reddit and YouTube and Twitter. Like, I have all the updates coming to my phone or whatever. It's like, okay, I don't want to look like I'm not needy. You're needy.
Yep. Heather said, I used to not want to bother people too. I'm out of my shell now.
Well, wouldn't you realize just kind of how cool the community is overall and how pretty much everyone, that's my point with the Ruble story earlier, is like, he like replied back just like, so like, just like a dude. And then you kind of just have to realize like, even like you and I will kind of sometimes get it with people where you can kind of tell they're like, well, I'm like a little bit like nervous or whatever. I don't know. But it's just like, we're just like two dudes, or we're all just like some dudes and dudettes just building in a video game. And we just happen to talk our butts off and be annoying. And
yeah. We're just, I mean, we're always like, we soak up this stuff. We soak this stuff up like sponges. So if you've got if you need to say something, you just DM us. We're always here nerding out. Now, that doesn't mean we can come to like every one of your parks or build you stuff.
Yeah, no.
It's not like that. But I'm saying, if don't ever feel like you guys can't reach out to us, or Stan's not going to talk to me, I only have 10 subs. No, it's not like that at all.
No, the community as a whole has never been like that. Like, it's never been snobby or gate. I mean, I won't say ever, because I'm sure there are portions of the community that are gatekeepy.
What was that game that Geekism said was really gatekeepery? What did he try? Remember, he said the gatekeeping was insane.
Oh, yeah. During our podcast,
kind of made me feel weird about that whole game.
I don't remember what it was off the top of my head. I really don't.
But he said it was Anno 1800.
Oh, was it?
Remember?
Okay.
And I was like, damn, that kind of turns me off about the community when I hear stuff like that. I'm like, bunch of assholes. Like, you can, like, Geekism, you run him off?
Someone said JWE, and you know what? I am going to second dinosaur games as a whole, because I'm already not fully feeling it or whatever, because a lot of the dinosaur crew has been cool. But with Prehistoric Kingdom coming out and like all these crazy dinosaur names, I'm starting to see some of the dinosaur nerds come through. And you can just feel them going like, ugh, this dude can't say Dilophosaurus, right? Like, what the heck? And he doesn't know it came from the Cretaceous period and not the Jurassic. It's like, dude, just shut up. I just don't care that much.
Well, I had a dude that kind of told, I mean, me, who knows how I pronounced the dinosaur's name, but he was actually pretty cool. He was like, hey, dude, anytime if you see like this letter in a dinosaur name, it's silent. You don't say it. You don't have to say that. And he private messaged me that. So I thought that was pretty cool. I forget what his name was.
That stuff is cool.
Yeah, he was cool. He's like, you don't have to say that.
This guy can't pronounce this 18-syllable dinosaur that literally 3 people have heard of, and it's been discovered for a week.
Yeah. Oh my God, this idiot can't pronounce Dionophorusa tyrannosaurus. Idiot. I'm like, okay, guys.
I'm sure people kind of think that too with us as coaster nerds. Like, when I was doing Planet Coaster streams, and I was sitting there talking to Mast or someone, being like, "Oh yeah, this RMC, has a barrel roll in it, and then it's going to finish off with whatever, and just all these elements and stuff." And the zoo people were like, "I have no idea what you all are talking about, but I'm interested nonetheless."
yeah. The zoo people are like, "What's an iBox?"
and that's when I told them, it's like, that's how we feel whenever y'all are talking about, like the 3rd generation of zebra or something.
Yeah, like those plants would never be in there with that crocodile, and we're like,
yeah, something like that. And it's like, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's how it's just funny how different niche nerddoms come together and everything like that. Hey, thanks, Commando. Appreciate that, buddy. Commando said he likes how the
oh yeah, thank you, buddy. You know,
Everyone else said it too. I don't know.
another one that we were thinking about, like, I wonder how the community's going to shape. And I know what you probably know what I'm about to say, Drew. Paralives.
Yeah.
How is that going to have a lot of sim crossover? People say the Sims can be kind of gatekeepy.
Now, I've heard that, and I've never experienced that while playing. When I played, actually, that's where I met Mel. No, I didn't. But Mel was like a ginormous Sims player. I met a few like really hardcore Sims players through there, and they like would buy me packs. And they bought me like just like different things, and they were really, really welcoming. So I was really surprised when people said that like it's very gatekeepy. But I guess I can understand to an extent where it would be.
Yeah, I did like one or two videos of The Sims because I love the building aspect of it. I'm not like really into the living the people's lives thing, but I've not really been in it enough to know if they're gatekeepy. That is basically just hearsay with me. Claire said, love The Sims as a game, not the community, sadly.
Sure.
I think it was Claire. It may have been Claire one time told me the thing about The Sims is it can be very drama-fied. Just taking little things. I mean, that's what I've heard. Look, Mel said, Sims on Twitter, complain.
That's the thing is that, like, it's kind of a double-edged sword with them because a lot of what the community requests is a valid request. It's just like the way that EA goes about handling it makes it so that it's easy to complain against them in that sense. So
right.
Basically, because like a big one, the one that really comes to my mind that I saw firsthand was when they announced Star Wars stuff coming to The Sims 4, and
they kind of lost their minds. They were that was like the most terrible thing they could ever. And I was like, that sounds pretty cool.
They got ratioed so hard on Twitter with that.
They did.
And I thought the same thing. I was like, man, I don't know. Star Wars kind of sounds dope.
Me too. I was like, hell, I'll
say that out loud.
I'll build me a Star Wars apartment. What the hell?
But then, like, I started looking at like the comments of why they were upset, and then I actually do understand because it's kind of like with us and Planet Zoo and Planet Coaster, where it would be like us and Planet Zoo sitting there asking for, let's say, African elephants, right? That or some other animal or some other game, like asking for aviaries, and then they're like, okay, everyone, we have something really awesome coming that you've all been requesting for a long, long time, and it's going to really, really, bring the community together. And then they're like, and we're bringing in Star Wars stuff. That's kind of how it felt to them because they were like really wanting like different, I think, skin colors and like different hairstyles for like people of color and stuff.
Which
like
did
that.
end up coming
Later on, right? But they just kind of like were pussyfooting about it, kind of.
Right. Well, and you remember too, they kind of botched it at first. Remember?
Yeah, they did.
They weren't giving people very many shades, and the shades that they did give, like that was a massive shot in the foot. We're like, what the hell are you guys doing? But I think they ended up with some creators of color. Like I think really stirred that and steered it in the right direction. I think they ended up making better on it.
That's kind of sounds like, I mean, that's good. I'm glad because representation, especially in a life game, should be like one of the first things you look at. But it's kind of reminds me of in the recent Planet Zoo notes where they're like, going further, we're going to be focusing on real zoos and how they actually work instead. That's kind of like how the Sims are like, yeah, we're going to actually bring in people of color to help us model people of color and everything. It's like, yeah, you think that might be a good idea.
Yeah, you think you would have done that first.
Yeah, like, come on, y'all.
But I think they got that handled now.
Yeah.
Sumi said they did that in the latest update. But yeah, they kind of botched that. Frontier.
That's fair. Like, like if it's what's that?
I was going to say Frontier though, Drew. The one thing we can say about them, there's not necessarily a lot of botching. The big, and really the thing is, the biggest thing I can think that comes to mind is the polar bear botch. If Frontier they can be a little weird on what they give you, but as far as botching it goes, and it becomes like trending on Twitter, or they do pretty good.
It's always the thing is like it's rare that we go, oh, this thing that you gave us, Frontier, is god awful garbage. It's usually like this is really good, or you're on the right track and you're just a little short, or we need more of it. Like you just give us a taste, and we just need some more of that.
Yeah, it's usually those type of situations. Yeah, it's never like where they have to backtrack or. Yeah,
you're right. No, the polar bears were like one of the few things where they kind of had to go, ooh, yikes. Maybe
and that was one of the few times where, remember, they really did. They heard that one loud and clear. They kind of had to back out a little bit on that one.
And I know, like, we give them crap for not listening to the community all the time and giving us stuff that we don't want. And even in Planet Coaster, we used to do that. But they do change a lot. Like if the community, but it does have to be the community as a whole kind of has to agree on it, which I guess is good in a sense. But they will go back and actually like change. It's not like they release them like, here you go, plebs, enjoy, fuckers. And like, peace out,
Yeah, and then we don't hear from them again,
Right.
But and it's like Heather and Shantae and all them say, they're always watching, they're always on the forums, they're always trolling through Reddit and Twitter. And
I like how you use the word trolling. They're just they're sitting there going, who can I fuck with now?
Yeah. Poison Blade just sent me a Suyana update. Let me go check this.
It's going to be a picture.
See what he's done.
Nope, it's going to be a butt picture.
Let me see here. Oh, daddy.
See, I told you, everyone, the way STN just reacted, it's a butt picture.
No, not this time. Old P-Blade's on to something.
Is it your floating?
Let me show you all just this one little sneak peek of what he's working on with this mountain foliage.
Mountain foliage. Presenting Poison PP Blade.
Yes, Poison Blade, you are good to proceed. Proceed on coals.
Can we start calling Poison Blade PP Blade?
P-Blade.
No, 2 P's, like PP.
PP Blade. That doesn't have the same ring to it, though. Look at that rock work.
Is so good.
I'm liking it, Daddy.
I did say PP Blade. Let's drop 1 P and we'll do a P Blade. He'll be the P Maestro.
That is what we're after.
That is. That's the ticket, right? That's the stuff. Looks like a real world photo. Yes, that looks exactly like a real world.
Yes.
Right, that's hard to say. Say real world 5 times fast.
Real world, real world, real world, real world, real world.
You sound like an old timey 20s car.
Yeah, like breaking down or something. Real world. You know what would look really cool if Bold could make us some kind of like alligator sign that we could hang from this tree to go across this path.
Ooh, it's like the entrance kind of thing. Ooh. Bold, you up to it? You feeling bold?
Bold's like, I was born bold.
You were born ready.
Hey, that was pretty good. I was born ready.
You gotta get your Sling Blade voice. You ever seen Sling Blade with?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do the Sling Blade voice. All right, then.
All right, then.
Give me some mashed potatoes.
All right, then.
My dad used to have a friend that sounded exactly like that.
You got any of them French fried taters in there?
Yeah, give me some French fried mashed potatoes. That's not even Tennessee. That's like you got to go further south to get that kind of accent.
He didn't have no clothes on.
You gotta go down to Louisiana or Georgia. You go down to Arkansas. You get some. My grandparents used to live in Arkansas.
I reckon you wanting to know what I'm doing in here. I reckon I'll tell you. They sent me to the nervous hospital.
I do that. I do that. Say so.
I love Dwight Yoakam in that movie. Like he was like a drunk hero. He's like, we don't need to fucking practice, Randy. We don't need no shit ass manager neither.
Oh man,
I die every time I watch that movie. I like live for Doyle. Doyle Hargrave.
If y'all have never watched Sling Blade, like it's don't watch it with the kids, but it's a good one.
Oh yeah.
It's a good one. Who's the Billy Bob Thornton, right?
Yeah,
Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton and Dwight Yoakam.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're in Georgia. You don't sound like that, man. Let me tell you what, there you do sound like that. You just don't know it because everyone else that's around you sounds like that too.
Basic Builder, you do sound like that, young feller.
Mm-hmm. And we don't. And Atlanta is not Georgia. Let's do that. Atlanta, we're not counting Atlanta as Georgia.
Basic Builder wasn't no bigger than a squirrel.
Everyone that lives just outside Atlanta, which is like all of Georgia, is screaming right now. Yes.
We need to do a stream where we just do it in Sling Blade's voice.
I think we could do that there. Or you should do Thurrock. Should we have a D&D building stream?
That'd be funny. That's what Claire just said. Claire said, imagine what you guys are like playing D&D. When are we getting a stream of that?
It's a good time. Soon. It's coming. It's coming. This year is the year of D&D content, so... Yeah, no, you should have seen us all in this recent one with Jonty, our MS Tenacious one, because we all had, oh my gosh, just everyone had a voice. Isn't that funny? Like, I'm thinking about it. I don't have a distinct voice for Groros.
I don't reckon she mind what Drew was a doing to her. What'd you kill Jesse for?
All right there, Lion Rider. You have a good night there with the girlfriend. You don't do anything that Mama wouldn't do. Okay. Mama. Baba Boucher. Football is for the devil.
But my mama says them alligators is angry because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush.
Well, Mama's wrong, buddy. What is it? Gators is mad because they got the Abdullah
Mama's wrong again.
Right. No,
the medulla oblongata. No, Colonel Sanders. That's what he said. No, Colonel Sanders, you wrong. Mama's right.
And then when he's telling his mom off at the end, he's like, no, Mama, it turns out that alligators are angry because they got the Abdullah oblongata. And Vicky gave me what she said, that's on Vicky's boobies. Yeah. I like them too.
Yeah, he said, and she showed me her boobies, and I like them too. Yeah. Little girls are the devil.
Oh man, what happened to Adam Sandler movies? Like, did we just get older and they just stopped being as funny? Or
hey, his Western one was kind of funny that he did for Netflix not too long ago. That was pretty funny. Yeah. He did a Halloween one that was a little dumb, but the Hateful Eight was pretty funny.
He did a lot of them because like he did the one that was in theaters where he had like his sister or whatever, like his twin sister, and it was, oh my gosh, it was so bad.
I don't remember that one.
You know, oh man, it was so bad. But yeah, no, the Hateful Eight, that one looked good.
Yeah, you got to watch that, Drew. You'll belly laugh on that. He did a pretty good job.
The older movies were hilarious, but the newer ones kind of fall flat. Yeah, older and less funny. And yeah, that's the thing is like I don't know if it's like me just being our generation or whatever that grew up with Adam Sandler and like the fart jokes, and that's kind of the same thing with like Austin Powers and those kind of movies too, like Mike Myers and Wayne's World. Like they're definitely like for like adolescents, they're like more teenager focused movies,
yeah.
But yeah, and I watched an interesting video the other day about comedy movies, and it got me thinking, like, is comedy dead in movies? Like, can you remember the last, like, really big, funny movie that came out?
I liked Grown Ups. The first
That was
one?
a while ago, though. That's a while now. Like in the last decade, we had maybe a handful, but not like it was in like the 90s and early 2000s when you had like Mike Myers and Chris Farley.
I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry was hilarious.
Oh god, that one was. You can't watch that one nowadays. But yeah, it just seems like there's not as many like funny movies. Everything's so serious now. Everyone's so sad and serious.
Yeah, it's sad and serious.
I'll be happy again. Remember when everyone was happy and we weren't worried about things?
Drew, give me some kind of live suggestion. Anything you think that you need to see. I mean, we tackled the entrance decently.
Are you feeling up to doing the Wicked Wandas or whatever? Because I think we could slide that into a whole bunch of different areas. Or maybe, where you can maybe put that? What about having like maybe not Wicked Wandas, but off to the left-hand side where my swamp is that I'm building, what if you put like an abandoned shack or something? Maybe like a witch's shack, or I don't know, like a voodoo shack or something, like off in the distance.
A couple of these people have said do the like a creepy fishing shack out here.
Yeah, I think it'd be perfect to kind of have a little,
Should I do a little creepy fishing shack?
And maybe build it out of those signs that you were talking about earlier, and make it like all slanted, like out of custom walls, so it's like slanted over, so it looks like it's fallen over or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Icy Blue said, Estan, who lives behind the door above the implied exhibit? Because I'm generally annoyed with not knowing who lives there.
Oh man, they'd have the best view.
We don't know yet.
We don't do yet.
That's somebody's fancy little apartment above the water.
Bolt said make it the P-Blade Murder Shack.
P-Blade Murder. There we go. P-Blade Murder Shack.
Yep. The P-Blade Murder Shack. That sounds dirty.
I've got to come up with some kind of murder shack here.
You got to do.
Oh.
Hee hee.
Hee hee. Shimon.
Have you watched? Did you ever watch South Park back in the day?
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. I used to have to sneak and watch it because my mom didn't like. She would turn that off. What did he just say? What the hell did he just say? Turn that off.
Oh, you're watching some cartoons? That's nice. What are they talking? Oh my god. Is that still on? Like I can't.
Yeah, they're doing like pandemic episodes and everything.
Are they really? Oh my god. Okay, I need to like.
Oh yeah.
We don't have cable, so like we don't ever like get up on that. Like we just have Hulu and Netflix and stuff. Like we can't justify paying for cable.
We got rid of our cable too. We just have we have Netflix and Disney Plus and YouTube. That is our entertainment. We do not miss TV at like 1 inch of a
no.
like thought.
No, because what did you like really? What did you watch on it? Maybe like channels.
I might watch Tennessee football games. I might watch the Titans. Sure. But, with sports so weird this year, I didn't really watch sports much.
Right, you're not running to the screen to watch a Sunday football game.
No.
What's a Sunday football game? Yeah, and again, it's like USA and like TBS and TNT and whatever else. They're not bad. It's just, am I really going to pay $80, $60 for stuff that I'm just not watching anymore?
I know. That's what we were like. Now I'm saving like $130 a month.
Isn't it ridiculous? Right. I'm trying to convince my mom, but she's like, well, my internet is tied to my TV and stuff. I'm like, yeah, but you can get internet a la carte. And she's like, had no idea. She's like, yeah, you can you don't have to get, she was thinking like, you have to have internet to get TV or other way around. You have to have your TV to get internet. I'm like, no. They are lying to you if they're telling you that. Or the other one that they tell people a lot is that you have to rent the box from them or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, no, buy your own box. Don't waste your money on the Comcast box.
Mel said, I accidentally introduced South Park to my son when he was 3.
Nice.
He had a good childhood.
Right?
Definitely had to sneak with Beavis and Butthead.
I was gonna say one of the first shows I had to sneak was Beavis and Butthead and Ren and Stimpy because they followed each other on MTV.
Yeah,
And
that was a big sneak for me. My mom was not she would let South Park slide every once in a while. She wasn't having any.
No Beavis.
No Beavis and Butthead.
My mom didn't like Beavis or Ren and Stimpy, but that's because she wouldn't watch it. She would just see the imagery, and it would be like all grotesque and boogers and stuff like that. And she was just like, "Oh, you're gonna fill his." And then like my dad would like sneak me to like watch it with him and stuff. And like laugh at it. She's like, "You're gonna fill his head with grossness and stuff." And he's like, "He's a boy. He's gonna be gross anyways." Yeah, Mom, me at 2 years old that can't talk or anything. Yeah.
And then Drew grew up gross.
Yeah, but now I'm gross. And we talk about P-Blade and stuff, and I like Adam Sandler movies. and rich people go, "Ugh, Adam Sandler. Ugh, how could you laugh? Ugh."
You're not going to want to go walking around this guy's shack anyway because he's got all the gators underneath it.
Right, he has this natural protection there. Do you guys remember the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy? I've never.
That sounds familiar.
Was it a Cartoon Network thing?
That sounds familiar.
Watched not as much Cartoon Network as I did any other.
I didn't either. My cousins did, but I was more of a Nickelodeon kid.
Yep. No, I was Nick, and then I switched over to Disney for... Because, yeah, right when I started to become, like, a preteen to teenager is when, like, Even Stevens and That's So Raven and Lizzie McGuire, all those shows were coming out. So, like, I just kind of naturally went from watching... Like, I felt like I went from watching Rugrats and Hey Arnold to watching, like, Lizzie McGuire in, like, a day. Had to sneak watching Animaniacs. Oh, I loved Animaniacs because my mom didn't like the violence. It was the same violence they had in, like, Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes, yeah. You want to talk about violence in them? Look at Tom and Jerry. That's an entire...
I used to love Rocco's Modern Life and Doug and Hey Arnold. Yep. Those were like my go-tos. Rocco's Modern Life, Ren and Stimpy, Doug, and Hey Arnold.
And then they had like some of the live action ones that were pretty cool, like Salute Your Shorts.
Yeah, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah,
those were cool.
Afraid of the Dark. I watched Bug Juice a lot.
Remember the one too? It was like the kids' game show. It was like
The Hidden Temple.
Oh yeah, that was my shit.
I love Legends of the Hidden Temple.
OMAC. Tell them what they have to do, OMAC.
Oh man. What was the one you were talking? Oh, Double Dare, maybe?
Double Dare, but it was the one where they were more like outside and they did like the obstacle courses and stuff.
Ooh, I don't know.
I can't.
Was it with Summer Sanders or Mark Summers or whatever his name was hosting it? Because he hosted like all the game shows.
I think so.
Dude, he did. He like hosted Double Dare and like a few others. Like was his name Mark Sanders or Summer Sanders? I think.
I think it was. I want to say Mark. Maybe not.
Mark.
Damn it, Mark.
I remember in Defunctland when they covered the Nickelodeon studios and they were talking about the time capsule that Nickelodeon made like back in the early 90s that still is like yet to be opened up, and they're going to open up in like at 2050 or something like that.
Oh my god, I probably watched that as a kid, like
right? Yeah.
Watch them talking about putting that in there. I'll have to catch that one of these years. What they put in that thing?
Do you watch Defunctland?
On YouTube? The Defunctland dude? I have.
Okay. Yeah, he's like my main go-to for theme park history and stuff like that. Do you have like a main theme park channel?
I like Expedition Theme Park pretty good.
They're great, aren't they?
Yeah, that dude does good.
I didn't watch him at first because he was doing a lot of British focused stuff because he is a Brit, and that's fine. I like Alton Towers and all that stuff just fine. But it's like when he started doing like Expedition Disney and Expedition Universal.
Yeah, I love
Six
those.
Flags.
He does a good job on those.
Yeah, really good production quality. Another one I just found was Theme Park Crazy, TPC. They do a lot of really good stuff too.
You know, my YouTube life right now, it's weird. It's like I'm in the middle of like a hardcore prisoner that has turned his life around. And like women cleaning their houses and decorating for Christmas.
That's right. You said your wife has those on her recommended or whatever. So it's
yeah. Now I've kind of gotten into them. I'm like, oh, let's see what Angie does with this quiche. And Casey's like, are you okay?
Oh yeah, but she got the new thing of Lysol. Did you see it? Oh my gosh. Yeah.
But I watched this. He's like a motivational speaker now, but he spent like 10 years in prison. Have you ever heard of Wes Watson?
No.
That he is like my jam right now.
What's he do?
He's just like he just like yells at me for like 10 minutes a day.
So it's like your morning motivation or whatever.
Yeah. He's just like cool. He's like covered to head in. He's like from head to toe covered in tattoos and. Just like a real high intensity type dude.
What's his name?
Drew Bold said, my YouTube life is these two weird dudes who play this zoo game with no animals. Hey!
Not me. Not us. There. Here, the one that I listen to for motivating things is Jocko Willenick.
Jocko.
He's a former Navy SEAL. Just a dude. He's just a freaking dude. And he's just all about like, listen, man, if you want to get it, you just go out there and do it, brother. You know, he's just like,
Wes like insults me my whole way to work. He's like, you fat fuck, you can't get your damn life together because you don't want to get your life together.
Right. If you want it so bad, go out and get it yourself, you lazy dick.
Damn, Wes, chill, man. I'm trying to get it together.
Right.
We're streaming like every night of the week, and you know, we're trying to do good by people.
Neoliberal yell of confidence there, but come on, man.
But hey, he does make me want to get my act together. I can't come up with like a suitable. This isn't.
Dude, I think if you use those, like, the, I don't know what the name of it is, but, like, that no wake zone sign, like, the pieces, like that, and build walls out of that, I think that'd look kind of neat, though. Or, like, literally, like, embody the, or maybe, like, tarps and stuff, too. Like, embody this guy, just whatever floats by his little dock, he picks it up, and he's like, all right, that'll go pretty good on the shack. You know what I mean? Like,
that's an interesting concept.
It's like, yeah, those signs, and then I think I placed some of the single roof pieces, like, on some of the roofs, like, just kind of hanging out. Like, yeah, just kind of throw it together.
Yeah,
Savannah says, you're still here?
Like, nobody comes and messes with this guy. Like,
no, he's a loner. No one, he doesn't come, he doesn't leave. You know, he hunts for all of his food and everything. And maybe the gators are his, and, like, maybe everyone's kind of scared of him, and they're like, don't mess with P-Blades. Gators there, they'll get you. Don't go out there either, he'll shoot you.
Old P-Blade shack.
Old P-Blade's murder shack.
Just get on out of here now. Get.
You're going to get you. You see this. Do it. You should do an entire stream sounding like. Speaking of Waterboy, you should sound like the guy from Waterboy, the coach. He's like, Daddy, you gotta get up on that hitch out there, man. What?
What is this? Did you look just like you have?
What did he say? He's like, I don't know. He likes to see homos naked.
No. Home is where you make it.
Oh, yeah, he likes to see homos naked. That's cool, man. Home where you make it. Everybody know that.
Wait, was that? I thought that was Joe Dirt. Or was that?
No,
or was that the Water Boy?
That's Waterboy, and then that's the same one where he goes, "You can do it, Joe," or he takes the "You can do it" from Little Nicky and does it in Waterboy too.
Yeah.
Let's cut their fucking heads off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch that movie. Fuck, I haven't watched that in a little bit. I think it's on Netflix too.
I gotta watch Joe Dirt again.
Oh man, did you watch the second one?
Remember, Drew, we said we were going to do a Joe Dirt's out here somewhere, alligator wrangling. Remember, rule number one? I'm number one.
Right.
Now, this big boy knows better than to mess with numero uno. He's got like a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. Now, don't try this at home. Oh!
He's literally Joe Exotic in real form.
Yes, he was Joe Exotic before there was a Joe Exotic.
Exactly. That's where Joe Exotic was watching Joe Dirt one day, and he's like, you know what? My name's Joe. His name's Joe. Shit, I can do that.
I am never going to financially recover from this.
I'm never gonna find exactly. But did you watch the second one of that, Joe Dirt?
No.
Man, you can probably skip it. It's
Okay.
one of those where like maybe it's just me, but like I don't like when movies come out like I felt like this with Anchorman 2. Like it came out like way too far after the first one or whatever. So it's just like they tried to do like all the same jokes, but it's like, yeah, but this movie was like 10 years ago. They gotta do different jokes now. It's like I remember those jokes, but it's new ones. And that's how I felt with Zombieland. I like the new Zombieland a lot, but I felt like they did a lot of the same kind of stuff with the new Zombieland.
I have not seen it yet. Love the first Zombieland.
If you like the first one, definitely watch. It's funny. Like in the new setting, like it's fun, but it's kind of a lot of the same stuff.
I got caught up like a couple weekends ago watching like this Japanese zombie horror movie where the guy is like trapped in his apartment, but he's like just barely 2 stories off the street, and there's this girl from another apartment complex across the street, and they're like trying to communicate with each other and trying to make it out, and I'm like, I was in the middle of it. I'm like, what has happened to my life?
The zombies like can't get to them.
Right. But the zombies are like out in the hallway of his apartment, and
they're stuck. That's like a thriller, like kind of.
I know. I couldn't even tell you what the name is.
Is that on Netflix or?
Possibly.
Or one of them.
Possibly.
Savannah says, "Oh man, where is this stream gone to? I don't know. We're just talking. Who knows anymore?
So we're sorry for what we are, Savannah.
Accept us. Accept us for who we are.
We're sorry for what we are."
This just kind of turned into, and we never really addressed it, but this kind of turned into a Take-Two podcast, and this zoo is basically the Take-Two podcast, like, collab project. I think Silver Fox or someone mentioned that the other day. They're like, is this just the Take-Two podcast? Like,
yeah, because remember one of them was like,
yeah, actually it may as well be.
One of them was like, I'm just disappointed that this isn't called Take Zoo.
Oh, dang, we suck.
Yeah, somebody just told me that like a stream or 2 ago.
You know what? We're gonna have to make like an actual zoo for that channel, like, because what we're planning on doing for this one is kind of what we were doing beforehand, of kind of bouncing it back and forth between our 2 channels. We're gonna start on S-Dan's channel, and then go to mine and back and forth. But yeah, we should get like a whole zoo just on the Take-Two podcast channel. Yeah,
like we get this wrapped up, do a Take-Two zoo.
Yeah, a Take-Two zoo for you. Joe Exotic for president. Oh my god. Oh, speech. Okay, I didn't read the rest of it. There's a Joe Exotic for president speech. Oh man. I'm desperate for anybody kind of thing, but Joe Exotic might be the one character that I go, you know what? I don't know. That might not be a good idea. That might not be the best idea.
Sumi said you should check out Fearless Motivation on Spotify. Very motivational.
Fearless.
Have either of you guys seen Billy the Exterminator? Is that the guy that was like on A&E or the Animal Channel at one point?
No, wasn't it with Keanu? Or maybe not. Billy the... It's a movie.
Oh.
Wasn't Keanu in it? Oh, no, it's not. I'm thinking of something totally different. Oh, I'm thinking of Joe's Apartment. Okay, Billy the Exterminator is a show.
You still got us, Joe?
I don't know. This guy looks like Florida embodied in a person.
Yeah.
This is the Florida guy. Holy cow, this guy's Florida man.
Florida man.
This is A&E. Oh yeah, I don't watch A&E. So no, I've never heard of it before. No, I was thinking of a movie called Joe's Apartment that had. Has anyone ever heard of this? I think it was called Joe's Apartment. Hold on, Joe's Apartment.
Yeah, with the little cockroaches.
Yes, with the cockroaches. It was, and it had.
Yeah, remember, you still got us, Joe?
Yes. And he like lost his girlfriend and
Yeah.
his job and like his life basically because of the freaking cockroaches. There was another movie that was kind of similar to that called Batteries Not Included. About these little aliens. Did you ever watch that? These little like hamburger-looking aliens that like flew down into this apartment. It's one of those weird little 90s movies.
This is one of those bold, triggering moments right here.
All
I've
right,
got this
don't
wall
freak
way
out.
off. She's like, damn it!
Don't freak out, Bold. It's okay. We're gonna get through this together.
What is this
I
idiot
promise.
doing?
What is he doing? He's a madman, I can tell you. Madman?
I was mad once.
Trigger!
Triggered! Febsy.
Man, you're over there making this really cool, detailed, whatever kind of build, and I'm over here in Planet Coaster just making infrastructure. So it's just concrete and wires and industry.
Do. Bold's loving
I'm
it.
loving it. Oh, Bold is loving it. Yeah. Dislike? Who disliked this stream? I'm gonna find them. We both have a dislike person.
Probably Drew or Herman.
Probably. Just they always come in and be like, all right, gotta come in, get my dislike, and I'm out of here. Thank you.
Dislike.
Thanks for the engagement. Man, I haven't eaten dinner yet. It's almost 8 o'clock. It is 8 o'clock. What the heck, S-Dan? What do you have me in here for right now? Gotta eat some food. But I'm having fun playing, so I'm gonna keep doing that.
Nah, you can live, man. You'll be all right. You would at
I'll
least live for a couple weeks.
Right. Just give me some water. We'll be good. Questionable movies, Ted. Oh, there's no question about it. I love that movie. I haven't watched that in a long time. Speaking of that,
Mel
era
said, "Have we
movies,
seen Paul?" I have not.
seen Paul like Palsley?
No, Paul the movie. Paul.
No, I've never heard of that.
Paul.
I don't think I've heard of that. At least off the top of my head.
Is P-Blade gonna not have any windows in this place? Like, he doesn't even want
dude.
windows?
Right, like he's a recluse. Maybe like one like little excuse me, maybe like a porthole that he like got off a ship that came by or something. And that's like his little secret lookout point.
Yeah.
You should put some like I guess you could use the T boxes for it, but like put ammo crates and like a freaking like gun outside. Just like a military like camouflage on his thing. You can use like Ivy to have like be like military camouflage.
Get away
Maybe-
from
maybe-
my shack.
Maybe he's like maybe he's like an old war vet that's like all kind of not with it these days, and he decided to go and live out in the middle of a bayou, Florida Everglades shack.
He
hear
needs no
tale
son. P-Blade doesn't want to be seen working on his Planet Zoo builds.
Right. I'm working on something out here, I tell you. I can't tell you.
Just leave me be. Go on now.
Let me to my builds.
Leave me to it now.
Maybe in town on the main street we could put like little posters that like reference P-Blades or whatever. Just be like, or like little story time, like you'll hear tail or hear gunshots out in the swamp. Don't pay mind. It's just P-Blade.
It's just P-Blade out there finding some trash that's floated by.
Right. And then you'll hear in the distance, I love trash. I love trash.
I love trash.
I'm never finishing S-Dan's build for him.
Damn it, P-Blade.
Then you hear a wild Throck in the background. Oh, goddamn!
You know, we need like a real janky boat for P-Blade over here.
One Basic Builder has a really good idea. He needs a cooler on the dock for the beer. Right. he needs
Yeah.
his beer. Every once in a while, P-Blade gets lucky and a sixer will come and float by that he can get, and the water keeps it kind of cool.
Yeah, with his gators and guns.
He's the kind of guy that when the tax man comes to knocking, he comes out with a shotgun saying, "What taxes? You talking to me? Government man in your fancy suit?"
Yep. Don't tell me you're from the IRS. Look, I'm going to have these little sticks. I'm going to have like some stuff he's got hanging from him.
Dude, maybe you can get like his clothes hanging there or something.
Yeah. There's some like little pieces of
Long
boats
John.
and stuff. Bicycle.
If you don't, I'm gonna probably put some like long johns hanging up there or something like that.
Yeah.
Some real underwear. Hollis told me to shoot anyone that came from the bank or the government.
Yeah. I nicked the census, man. Let me see. I'm going to go to the workshop real quick and just see if there are any really like cool boats. Have you seen any, Drew? Like
except for the one that I sent you, I didn't see any off the bat. There were some pirate ships, but those are, a little bit big. But yeah, the one I sent you was the best one that I found. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Bold's loving it.
I don't know why the McDonald's song is stuck in my head so bad. Their advertising got to me today, subconsciously.
Yeah, you're right. These are a little large. Everybody wants to do Viking boats.
Yep. They're large, marge, and in charge.
We got to come up with a boat for Miss Queen. Remember? We're going to try to do her
well, I'm thinking
a casino type.
We were talking like the paddle boat at Disney Springs, basically. Whatever that restaurant's called. Foley's or Foles or something like that. I don't know. I think that'll look cool. It's going to take some... we're going to have to build we're going to have to build a circle for it, S-Dan. Are you going to be able to build the circle?
Shit.
I'm going to have to build the circle, aren't I?
Possibly.
That was one of Claire's requirements for my build, was I had to build her a circular tower, she said. So, gosh, look
Claire!
what you got me into. Look what you... This is your fault, S-Dan. This is all your fault.
Well...
I think you should do a JWE stream this week. Right? Like, you kind of have to. I think you have to, though. You've left us in suspense for so long, and you can get it for free now. They're like, you have to do it.
We could.
Oh, what does chat think?
Should we do a Jurassic World Evolution stream? I don't really know.
JWE?
I don't really remember how to play it or know how to play it. I played it like once.
How should we do an over/under on how long it takes S-Dan to throw his computer out the window, basically? In the middle of playing, it's like, ugh, I'm done. Can't take it anymore.
Well, Simply Savannah likes to see me struggle.
Yeah, Savannah's all about seeing you in pain. So what's up, Combat Wombat?
What's up, Combat!
Old Sam is in the build. Ding. Oh, yeah, we do have mulch pieces. From Hydro.
Oh, Drew, you're still messing in mulch?
I'm mulching it up, bro. I'm multiplying.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I
need a McDonald's sponsorship.
Oh, I'm sure those are easy to come by.
JWE roast stream.
Can't get Cyberpunk key. Probably can get McDonald's co-sponsor or sponsor. Haha! My wife just texted me, "What's for dinner?" Because like I'd normally be starting dinner right now.
Drew's like McDonald's.
I know I did. I texted her McDonald's.
Oh!
I'm gonna see what she said. I'm gonna see what she's on board for. But if not, then we have leftovers. I have pitted myself to not have to make dinner tonight. I am just so smart. So
there you go.
I thought way ahead. Right when she left this morning, I was like, "Oh shoot, what am I gonna do for dinner?" I was like, "Oh wait, we have leftovers," and now I'm just like, "Oh, but we can maybe get McDonald's." I'm thinking of jumping into Stardew Valley and making a few videos.
Ooh, Stardew Valley.
I've never played Stardew Valley. I don't even know what it's.
It looks cute. It looks cute.
It does look cute. It looks like that RimWorld kind of style where it's more about the gameplay than like really or it has like those 8-bit graphics, sort of. You want to say. I think it's all about. It looks like Farmville. Remember Farmville?
Yeah. I used to play that on my phone all the time.
Yeah, were you a Farmville addict? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was too, begrudgingly, admittedly.
Oh, a basic builder said, I just made my first zoo video today. We will have to go check that out. Heather, if you can, go see if you can link Basic Builder's first video. Did you did you get it uploaded, Basic Builder, or have you just recorded it?
And if you're in my Discord, or if you follow us, Dan and I, on Twitter or whatever, be sure to tweet it out and maybe, I don't know, tag us so we can see it. We're
always after the newbies. Let's show us what you have done.
Show us what you're made of, young Padawan.
Finish him.
we're gonna look at it, and he's built like the Louvre or something.
We're like, oh shit! Good job, Basic Builder. I think you might have a future in this. But keep at it.
That's what happens most of the time. You'll see like a video. Like I'll usually sort by most recent. Sometimes for Planet Zoo videos to see if there's like some newbies out, and you'll see a video that has like 30 views and like. You'll jump into it and be like, okay, what's this all about? And they're just like, you're like, what the They're the best builder I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, you're like, oh,
30
what the
views.
hell? Why are like 2 people watching you? This needs to be...
And then you see S-Data and I just like sitting here building. We don't even like, we're not even building a zoo at this point. Like, we just like haphazardly will have an animal in there. Like, oh yeah, we have to put animals in this, don't we?
But I love this place.
Well, it's like we were talking today, like we're having so much fun building it and it feels so natural and flowy because we're not building this like a zoo. Like we've both realized it. We're not building a zoo right now in our heads. We're both playing Planet Coaster 2 at the moment and designing a theme park.
Yes.
So that's why it's flowing so nice there.
Oh, Bold is, I am contemplating a zoo channel.
Ooh.
Bold, I have one bit of advice for you starting a zoo channel. Do it. Order 66. Do it.
Nike, just do it. I love all the new people who are getting into making content. First off,
I think we're inspiring people, Drew, because they're looking at us and they're like, if these 2 idiots are making this happen, I'm making a damn channel.
Exactly. Like, man, these 2 just sit there and ramble and just talk bull crap. And look, they got like at least 1,000 people will watch their videos at least every once in a while.
Yeah.
I can do that. Is it bad that that's pretty much what my line of thinking was too? I was like, you know what? My builds look pretty good compared to some of these YouTube people. I could do this.
Yep.
That's kind of like where I started. I was like, you know what? I guess.
Remember at first when Heather told me I wasn't good enough and to maybe practice a little bit before I really start? That motivated me. I needed that. And I'm like, I'm going to prove her wrong. Right. I'm going to make this happen.
The first thing Heather did when she came to my stream was like, wow. And you like have almost 4,000 subscribers for Planet Zoo alone? Wow.
Heather come to Drew's channel. She's like, ew.
Like, we have some work to do. She was basically, what's her name from The Devil Wears Prada? She was just like, oh my god, we need to change this. We need to change this.
Yeah, Heather's like, S-Stan, next time you have a thought, don't. And I'm like, oh, damn.
Could you just kind of fuck off? Darling, those shoes don't go with that coat. That coat doesn't go with that belt, and that belt doesn't go with your life.
Just said what? What? Just kidding. We love you, Heather.
Channel for Planet Zoo, giving my opinion on the game along with sharing my 19 years of animal loving and zoology experience. People love that. People love real world experience with the thing that you're covering.
Or, yeah,
you either got to be like really like a good like an expertise or have a good hobby for the thing you're talking about, or be able to shoot the shit real well.
Bold said, I did watch a 2-hour and 40-minute S-Stan stream where all he built was a 4x4 keeper hut.
That's, and I was talking about that the other day, that there's some streams that you'll get into that we'll do, and it's a spinning the camera around stream where like you kind of have an idea what you want to do, but it's not really working out, so you just kind of end up spinning the camera around the whole.
Hey, I kind of did that here a pretty good bit.
Yeah. But it usually works out. That's what I tell people too. It's like you get to choose. That's like what Jonty told us, and it's totally true. It's like you get to choose. Either we get to be really talkative and hang out with y'all, or we're kind of quiet and
we get stuff done.
We're building. Yeah. So it's like you gotta choose one or the other. And a lot of times I need to choose the get stuff built more so because I don't get as much as I want to get done.
I'm liking P-Blade's little shack out here, but it just...
Let me see.
It just needs something.
Yeah, but what about a second layer that's on stilts and like he gets to it through like a ladder, and it's like kind of made out of wood, maybe like that part can be made out of like shanty shack wood.
Possibly.
Maybe like has like a second story like deck that kind of wraps around it too. I'm almost picturing like still from like Hook. If you just think of like the Lost Boys, the way they had their. What if you put a tree in it? What if you put like a tree going through the middle of it, and that's like the support for his for the thing. Old Les Dan trying to slam blueprints on top of each other, and somehow he gets away with it every single time. I've learned that from you a lot, is slamming blueprints together to try and get them to work.
Hell yeah. I do it.
Yep,
I do it.
But yeah, I think maybe like either that or maybe like the Brazilian nut tree with like something with like a big trunk that they built the or like the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse. You know, that's all built up around a really thick trunk.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be kind of neat. But that's just a theory, a movie theory.
This guy, like P-Blade, lives across from here and like bugs Mel because he doesn't like boats coming through here by his shack.
He'll sit there and throw like pebbles at Mel's window to annoy her and keep her awake. This was a theory, a zoo theory.
You know, that actually doesn't look too bad with that thatch kind of wrapped around the roof there and mixed in with the metal.
It gives African vibes though a lot. That's
African vibes.
I like the idea though. I wish we had different don't we have different thatch now? Or no, never mind. That's a Planet Coaster. Never mind. It's just that thatch is like so associated with the Africa vibe. I think if you use like some of the wood planks and just started like kind of haphazardly just throwing together like some walls and a roof and stuff like that, just to make it like look like it was just really thrown together, I think that would look kind of cool.
Oh, he's saying we have to get some kind of graveyard out here for his victims?
Oh, well, we can expand out the land a little bit.
Or maybe just do it from rock?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the mossy rock. I always forget about the mossy rock.
But still kind of have it a little covered.
Oh, there goes one of the crocs walking on the lily pads.
Hey, get out of here, Croc!
What are you doing, you bastard? You bastard. Oh, man, we have water lilies and Planet Coaster? I didn't know that. I'm going to place some of them suckers down. Is it really my shack if there are no custom rounded domes? Don't worry, I'll put a custom round dome out there for you.
I'm gonna leave that for you, Drew. Try to come up with some kind of top for that shack. Can you?
I have an idea.
Just at some point?
I have an idea. Yeah, I have an idea.
Okay.
I think I'll try and tie it into... No, I have an idea. Don't worry, P-Blade. We'll do you justice, buddy. We'll do you your rounded heart justice. Is it really a P-Blade build if it's not round? It's a good point.
Oh, we're going to need some mist. I'm going to put some mist down over here too, Drew.
Ooh, you could almost extra mist it. Get it real hidden back there. I mean, I think that's kind of like a cool vibe if you did, like, where it's like, wait, did I just see a shack out there? Beyond the mist? I don't think so, but maybe I did. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like a ghost.
Yeah.
Anyone who annoys P-Blade becomes Croc Chomp. They'll become the master gator food. A masturbator?
Master Gator?
I'm the best alcoholic dwarf. I'm not a dwarf. I'm like 6'2", buddy. I'm like the most opposite of a dwarf. Although I did play a halfling. So, there's that. You're a dwarfling.
What is the mist? Drew, can you believe my impulse to put waterfalls everywhere is in check?
I just think that I am surprised, but I just think it doesn't, like, as of right now, it just doesn't fully call for it. It just kind of would feel out of place right now if we did some big waterfalls or anything like that. I think in the Florida section though, you're gonna be able to get some stuff going. The old world Florida section, I should say.
Yeah.
I'm an alcoholic dwarf in your mind. Good. I wouldn't have it any other way, P-Blade. Only on Sundays. Only on Sundays.
See what this looks like all creepy at night.
Just found out how much a Blue Yeti is. Oof. Well, not to be the bearer of bad news, but that is the lower end of the mics as well. So that's not too bad. It's not too bad in comparison. You can get a you can just use your mic for your headset. A lot of people just do that, or like they'll take like the Apple, phone call, whatever headset thing, and they'll do that. You don't have to have super duper big production value, right, to start off with.
Drew keeps trying to get me to get a webcam. I'm like, they don't want to see me. They barely want to hear me.
You're not a real streamer until you have a webcam. No, that's not true at all. That's not true at all. But you gotta get one, or that we have to have you have one, or else we can't do content for DMD.
Oh, that's true.
Use your headset mic for your videos? Yeah. Yep. No, I think to start off with, it's a bit of a KISS way to look at it. Keep it simple, stupid. Get your content down that you're doing first, and then look at production values. Yes, production is very important, but if your content sucks and you spend $300 on mics and editing software and yada, 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 and then no one watches, you're going to feel real bad. So have an audience before you pour money into it. I hate that whenever I see people do that. They just spend all this money on stream stuff and webcams and mics and just all this stuff. And then they start streaming. It's like, oh, God, dude. Have an audience before pouring money into the thing.
Drew, remember back when I had like 11 subscribers and I was playing Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 for people?
I do remember that. Because I remember watching your we weren't buddies. We didn't talk at all back then. But I remember watching your Hulk video and your was it Jungle Cruise you did in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3?
I did a Jungle Cruise type video, but it,
right?
yeah.
I watched that one, and your Hulk one, your Hulk recreation or inspiration build, and then I remember looking at the channels like, oh, this dude's like, he just started his channel. What the heck? It's like brand new and uploading this kind of stuff already. Have a good one, Savannah. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah, we're about to head out too. I just kind of wanted to jump on here and ruin your all's Friday night.
That's right.
Sorry.
That's what we're good at. So nice. So, but yeah, in the future, there, everyone, we're going to be working on. So tomorrow, for my stream, we're going to be working on Claire's restaurant, and maybe work on the second story of P-Blade Shack.
Yes, if you could do me a big favor, you want to see let's see what the swamp looks like in the snow. Wouldn't that be creepy?
All the gators or the crocs are gonna freak out, freeze up.
It's like the Christmas town all over again. Christmas time has come again.
Oh God.
Oh.
Shut your mouth. Oh wait, tomorrow's Saturday, isn't it? Oh, I forgot. I have a community showcase stream in the morning. Okay, stream is at 11. So we're doing the community showcase stream at 11, and then we'll jump into this after that.
Damn it, Drew, you got to remember those things.
I know, it's like it comes up every single week, and I always forget. Tomorrow's a big one. We have 2 big zoos to go through.
Drew, it's kind of too warm to really stick here.
It is. It like can't get cold enough.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good on you, Heather. There you go, everyone. Get some SDAN merch.
Yeah, guys, jump on there and take a look, and I will get more of those actual zoo. The sloth, I believe, is on there right now. Maybe the lion, but I still have to get the rest of them on there.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, get you some SDAN Wolf merch.
I gotta start thinking of some of that stuff too. We gotta get some memes and funny stuff.
Yeah, I'll have to get some swamp merch on there too for this build.
Right.
Eventually. That'll be cool. It's like gators or something. But this looks like a good late little evening spot to leave everybody with it. And this little zoo's got some pretty cool little sight lines, doesn't it now?
Already it does. Yeah, we were saying that today because you finished up the back of Bolds at work.
Yeah, Bolds.
And he sent it over, and man, yeah, we were just noting that it's so cool looking now with that you can look back. Yeah, like this, you can look backwards on the main street towards Bolds and everything, just all the views that we're getting. So
yeah, because now it's kind of getting there. We're getting some stuff done now.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So yeah, cool. Tomorrow we'll keep going that, and you're gonna keep probably working a bit on the old Florida section.
Yep.
I'm loving how that's looking so far. It looks like you got a good idea.
Oh, so Sumi had a good idea. Sumi said we could take some of these stores and do shirts after them, like Heather G's Crawfish Shack and Mel's Marine Paint. That would be some good like Easter egg shirts out there in the wild somewhere.
Absolutely. Well, good idea. Who was that, Sumi? Yeah, good idea, Sumi.
Yeah.
No, and we got to make them look like they're from like the 70s or 80s or whatever. Make them look like some old tourist trap shirts, that you see at Pigeon Forge or the Wisconsin Dells or whatever. Like, I survived Heather G's cross shack, and all I got was this stinking shirt.
Yeah. Or I survived a night at P-Blade Shack.
Right. And all I got was this stinking shirt.
All I got was this stinking shirt.
Yeah, we're going to do a bunch of fun stuff like that. Absolutely, everyone. Absolutely. So,
yep.
Cool. Well, I'm going to go eat dinner then if you're hopping off. I'm going to wrap up.
Yeah, guys, let's go ahead. I will run this outro. Huge thanks to all you guys for stopping by. Big thanks to Miss Queen and Mel for the donation. And for our Wolfpack members, Heather, I got Sumi added to the intro. Did you see that?
Look at you. And then also, for those of you that maybe don't catch this whole series or whatever, we will be having like a full like first episode come out that's not stream or not a time lapse or whatever. We'll have like basically like a Take-Two podcast where we're just kind of talking about the inspiration for the build and like showing it off and just kind of doing a full detailed kind of look at everything there. So yeah, that'll be kind of more for the YouTube folks. But,
yeah, and Drew, are you going to get to stream this at all tomorrow? Like after your
after the
community stream, so you will probably jump in this tomorrow.
Yep, I think I'm going to.
Well, I'm gonna jump off and update the file and get that over there to you, so you'll have it for in the morning.
Nice, perfect, cool. Well, yeah, make sure to get you some pictures of them outhouses too. The outhouse gate.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
We didn't really get it. We didn't really accomplish much tonight, did we? Still fun though.
Here and there. No, it was just like little builds here and there, and that's what's great about a collab though, is that like you can do like little bits, and then I can kind of pick up and be like, okay, I see where you're going with these, the outhouse gates there. I see where you're going with P-blade shacks. Now let me kind of I'll pick up from there, kind of thing. It's really fun. So
yep.
Cool. The relief outhouses, yeah, we'll get the relief outhouses as well. Don't worry.
Yep.
We'll get those too. So cool. All right, man. I'm gonna shove off and let you do your outro thing. I'll talk at you later.
All right. See you, Drew. All right, guys. Well, I will catch you all maybe tomorrow. If not tomorrow, Sunday-ish. And we'll get back in here and see what kind of mischief Drew's got into. And yes, thank you, guys. I'll catch you later.
An ocean, a cave, a dream that no one could save, a shelter, a whole act, a light that died with the night. You and I, differences. Yet I thought we were more alike than unlike. Months of rain and chest pain. What's the plan? Heavy breathing, stay insane. Grab my hand. Everything is grey inside this narrow maze. We speak, but oh, nothing. We run our separate ways. Do you ever think about me?